You got a small TV, you got a small radio, too small. Yeah, too small. You want to get a news update, too small. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, yes, with the small and your boy riding the south end. Charges on the beat. To get your information. Indeed, it's a great way to welcome all of you across the world to another edition of the program. Most anticipated show, especially on the Sunday evening here in Monrovia. Sunday afternoon in other parts of the world. I'd like to welcome all of you to this edition of the program, One-on-One with the CEO. In Africa. This is the show that sets the agenda for the rest of the week. Brings you face to face with policymakers. Provides you a space where you can engage with your policymakers, speak out on those different issues of concern. You want, and of course, here you get to the teacher want to make their decision, just receive the update. You want to know, get to starting the weekend in a very informed way. Authentic information is what you get here. Critical analysis, the diverse panel coming on here every night about the happenings across Liberia. I'd like to welcome all of you to this edition of the program. Again, let me say thanks to the many of you joining us via radio. You got the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric Radio 101.1, Super FM as well. Many thanks to the folks joining us across the country on several relays through our partner radio stations. Thanks to Trust FM in Bowman County. Thanks to Premier FM in Bowman. Thanks to Trend Radio in Grand Creek. Radio Yalaman is there in Seclipid, Nimba County. Always relaying the program. I want to appreciate those of radio stations across the country that will sometimes relay the program even without telling us. We appreciate all of you for being a part of this journey to ensure that Liberians, irrespective of where they are, can get information in real time. Thousands of you troop in here every night to get to know what the happenings are. We want to appreciate you for coming on tonight again. The many of you joining us via our social media handles: Spoon TV on Facebook, Fabric TV on Facebook, Super TV on Facebook, on YouTube, Spoon Talk Live. We appreciate all of you for joining us as well. It's going to be a very informative program tonight, an engaging edition of the program One-on-One with the CEO. And I want to welcome all of you here tonight. Thanks for joining us. My name is Nelson Colette. Of course, your producer tonight. And it's going to be a very interesting show. Kindly share the program as you come on tonight. If you're joining us via Facebook, please share the show on your timeline in the different Facebook groups and your WhatsApp groups and all of that. To ensure that folks across the world can get to know what's happening here. And I want to welcome the many of you joining us tonight. I see Melvin, Sonny, Daniel Opa, Sarah Bidell. I see Wix Coffus. And the many of you coming on tonight, Milton Grant Jr., Alfonso Foyen, yes, Masale, Musa Jr., Elijah Doe, and all of you joining us tonight. We appreciate you for coming on again. Freeman, our dear sister, thanks for coming on tonight. Alfred Kamara, Dallas Bill, and the many of you joining us tonight. Please share the show as you come on. It's going to be a great one. As always, we want to take your calls tonight. We want to hear from you. We want to hear you speak out on the different issues of concerns. Now, today is a very great day. Some people are celebrating today. Some people are sad. You know, there's a mixed feeling in the city right now, especially following the finals, the grand final of the National County Sports Meet, when Grand Gila County was defeated 2-1 by Lofa County. And so there's a kind of mixed feeling in the country tonight. But I want to know what your thoughts are. What is it you want to talk about tonight? As always, we'd like to dedicate the first maybe 10 or 15 minutes of the program to all of you, our ardent followers, to express yourselves on the different issues of concerns. So I'm going to open the phone lines and take your calls. Let's take just a few calls tonight. Let's hear what your thoughts are. What's your anticipation for the show tonight? Yes, what is it you want to talk about? Let's take our first caller here. 0555-101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the program tonight. Let's see if we take the first person here. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? We lost that person. 0555-101075. Maybe I should activate the WhatsApp as well to get you coming through tonight. Let's hear what is it you want to talk about tonight. What's on your mind? You can share your thoughts tonight by joining us. Let's take this person. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Okay, so there seems to be an issue here. Hello. Yes, you are live. Let's hear you. Your name and where you joining us from?
I'm Daniel calling you from Congo.
Daniel, what's on your mind? What is it you want to talk about tonight?
I really want to appreciate the local boy, yeah, for carrying this wonderful topic to be for us, yeah, for real.
Okay, thank you very much for your input. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Nelson, good evening.
Good evening, sir. It's good to have you on.
Good evening, Nelson.
Yes, sir. You are live on the show. Let's hear you.
So, this is David King, and I do join you from a small notice resident this evening.
Wow, David King, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time, no, my brother.
Go ahead.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. What's on your mind? What is it you want to talk about?
Your morphology look good. To be the rescue is working for you.
Come on, David King, please go ahead and make your input.
Yeah, on a more serious note, I am anticipating something very good today from the CEO as it relates to the numerous news of corruption in the government.
Okay.
And I think that there will be some breaking news coming out tonight from the CEO and the rest of the panel.
Thank you.
That will be on the panel tonight to inform the Liberian people about the happening in our country. Thank you, Nelson.
Thank you very much, David King, for your contribution tonight. Let's take this person. Hello, you are live on the show. Your name and where you joining us from?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. It's good to have you on, sir.
And this is Daniel P. calling from Congo.
Okay, let's hear you. What's on your mind?
What on my mind this evening is just to encourage our CEO. Yeah, that he is talking. Because he's talking about the president or whosoever, about the government. They are the one that put in this problem, yeah. Center is one person who advocated that the president come to power. And we were telling him that the president do nothing to Liberia. So you must talk, oh.
Thank you.
You must talk.
Let me hold you there, Daniel P. Hello, from the WhatsApp line. Let's hear your name and where you joining us from.
Hi, my name is William Quapo, calling from Massachusetts.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just want to speak something that is actually on my mind. Yesterday, I was watching on network, and they actually were discussing the topic concerning how people are actually ripping the government up. And Carlos Gray says something that actually touches me. He said that criminals are those that lie in the street. I want to let Carlos Gray know that criminals are not those that lie on the street. Those that lie on the street, the cause circles, are people that are sick, mentally sick. That is mental health issue. They are not criminals.
Thank you.
The criminals are those that actually in the Capitol building. Let him focus on that.
Thank you very much. We know the Capitol building to be the home of our lawmakers. So anyway, maybe you're speaking in context. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Okay. 0555-101075. So we take 5 more calls. I see the folks are coming on. We take 5 more calls.
That's funny.
You are live on the show. Let's hear you.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Babe Davis calling from Jacob Town City Farm Community.
What's on your mind, sir?
Yeah, okay. I have to do with the criminal and that of the Zoko.
What criminal? Who is Zoko?
That guy just got to a point that made me to lie. He said criminals are those who are in the house, and Zoko are those who are also on the street, right? And then you said the horse we got to be for our political.
Yeah, that was representative into that horse then.
So yeah, but in the next day the horse for criminals the other day, I don't know.
But thank you. Thanks a lot. We appreciate you. Thanks a whole lot. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah. I see Councillor Gamo there is already here.
What I have to say is.
Oh, my man, you finished it?
Yeah. Small more. Just give me 1 minute, please.
10 seconds quickly now.
Okay, what I have to say is we must appreciate every government in the popular Liberia.
Okay.
Okay, every government has a function.
Thank you.
It will be me.
All right, thanks a lot. Mr. Kev Hassan is here as well. Good evening, sir. Welcome, Honorable Kev Hassan. I see Councillor Clinton is already here, and I see you is coming on as well. Let me talk out Liberian with your hello.
Yeah, hello. Congratulations to us, Lofa County. We won it.
I think there was something playing in the background.
Yeah, congratulations to us.
Who I get? I was talking to you.
Who get? You full of it.
We had a get. I mean, we're playing repeat.
Nobody. Watching something. Congratulations to us, Lofa. Yeah.
Wait. Split up. The poor yeah, man.
I'm not continue on the show. Yeah, I'm watching Facebook team. Yeah.
You brought him out. You brought him out like. The person said talking,
Well, man, nobody talking. Where
you got something on?
I was watching something on Facebook, but I put it away.
Oh, okay.
So when that got me on, I was already watching something, so nobody talking,
But how's your end, Councillor?
Everything all right.
Yeah. Kev, how you doing?
Kev, look like you ready already for today.
I mean, when I hear you not started it again, Kev. You not started it again so last week.
She not started it.
Yeah, the man can come one day. We hear anything he said. All right, man, call your son to help you out. We can't help you from this end. Gamone, how's your end, my man? How's your end?
Oh man, same old, it's cold, So everybody indoor, nothing really happening. Work, home.
From the early stage.
For anything,
I mean, that Facebook thing still on.
Yeah, I think I touched the phone again.
No, I think I hope you come on while it was on. Then it will interrupt you all the time.
Nelson, I'm out of town.
Yeah.
So
wait a minute.
Lofa took it again.
Yeah,
my man. From the moment Lofa won, I became a Lofa fan. So congratulations to.
No, but I think the game was fair though. I think it was a fun game.
But the people say so again. So I say now about the president is discussed.
And Zoe was wearing green.
So they said so again. So we say now about the president they discuss again. He transacted.
But did you see the post from the Senator Snow?
Yeah, Senator Snow had a dream. He had a dream on it. I think Snow that you're a Confucianist. Snow that you're bad, man. But the game was fun. It never went to penalty, so which I mean it was unique. And seriously, I think that it was a unique game. Yeah. Well, what do you think? I mean, though you were supporting them, what do you think?
I didn't watch the game actually. I didn't watch the game, but from everything I mean, at least from the comments I've read, it was a fair game. I understand Grange that missed a penalty.
Oh, they missed a penalty? Nelson,
right? I understand Grange that missed a penalty.
You're not paying attention. Grange missed a penalty?
Probably I wasn't watching at the time. But
yeah, I think I heard somebody say something like that, and they missed a penalty or something.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I was in church. I didn't watch a game like that, but I just happy that Lofa won. You know, my wife, she's a Lofian. I'm happy that Lofa won. It was a beautiful game. I heard.
So this one should.
I mean, you got something playing in the Bible.
No, like Kev. Kev.
No, I'm fine now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I'm happy that you're good, Kev. I'm happy that Lofia won. And I want us to talk to Samuka, former Defense Minister Brian Samuka, former Senator-elect, but he never took his seat. He was on the field. I want to bring him on shortly that we can talk to him. You know, I know he's happy, he's celebrating. Mame should be joining us, Gibson Jerry should be joining us, and the rest of the guys will also have a wonderful show. A great day in Liberia. The game brought unity. I saw unity though. What did you see, Clayton?
I mean, it's always like that with soccer in Liberia. It's always like that. Whenever there's a soccer game, the country unites. And I think our leaders, if our leaders are smart, they will do a lot of things around the sport as far as reconciling the country. Because I remember one time, right? And this is way long ago. I was sitting with some EPS people, and this was when the Taylor time. And these guys were sitting down and talking. Lone Star was supposed to play a game, and they were sitting down. These bunch of EPS guys, they were sitting down and they were talking about playing the game. I think the game was supposed to go Ghana or somewhere, and they're like, "Why they bring the game for? Who will shoot gun when we're playing game? We get down for the minute. Well, while I game or while we are playing after that team when we finish, we start firing each other." So it's just like that. When it comes to soccer, it unites the country. Nobody wants to make confusion at that time, So I think
it's good. I do believe that, yes, indeed, it brings in unity, and make no mistake. And I think what we saw today was the best out of Liberians. Everybody was there to celebrate, just to have fun. And that was a good thing. Kev, what do you make about the game today? That unifying spirit, Kev. Again, you are muted, Kev.
Okay, what I saw Liberians came together, but it was two sides to this. The other side, it was a good soccer game, good spirit, Liberians together. But the other side of it is that Zopena promised Josiah Yuman Bokai 2029 he would deliver branch.
Remember, I leave that thing, man. You can't lie.
Let me speak in my own. He said he would deliver Grand July, and Josiah Bokai asked him how, and he said, "The final. We'll give you the final of the country meet. We'll give you the final of the country meet. Then you will know." So Joe Bokai said, "Well," he said, "But let me tell you, I will be in green. Our team wearing white, but I will be in green. Don't mistake that green for Grand July. That green is for Lofa. So I will be sitting close to you.
Yeah.
Close to you. So I will deliver Grand July in 2029 for the Unity Party." That the other side to it. I'm like, wow. Zopena really going in out for the Unity Party. So that's the sentiment around, and we know that.
Thank you. You're not telling your own. Ain't even sweet.
Hey, but
Ain't
man,
got nothing in it. Ain't even sweet.
so,
no problem, but I think Lofa played a good game thanks to the entire, county. They did extremely well. They supported the team, by the way. They supported the team, financially, morally. That one of the county that actually supported the team. I see no other county land. You want to put politics, Cesar? Let's go ahead. Did Joey support his team? No. Let's go ahead.
What team?
His county team? No,
yeah,
he didn't. You wasn't interrupting me. You say you wasn't interrupting me though. You want to interrupt me now? So you don't even know what Joey are from. You know what Joey? Which country you from?
Yeah, it's a Sasta bug.
There's a country they call Sasta.
No, Sano country.
Sano. Okay, you supporting Joey? You don't even know which country he's from. Okay. No. Everybody wait. You were supporting Joey, and you said Joey from country called Sastan.
Hey, my man. I said, Mel, born in Sastan. Where you talking about?
So where is Sastan?
I just name it to you now. Where you say?
Yeah, which country is Sastan? Where is Sastan? Which country?
It's a small. The man says a small. It's a small town. It's a small town.
No. I'll take Clinton up. Where is Sastan?
Nelson.
Wow.
Nelson.
You see,
I want you to cut the tape. Nelson, wait. Nelson, I want you to cut the tape. Nelson, I want you to cut the tape and put that if I say Salo country. Nelson, I want you to cut the tape right now and put it what I say about Sastan. Where's Sastan? Cut the tape.
Okay. All right.
Nelson, cut the tape.
Wait.
Hey, my man, I show you. Nelson, cut the tape.
Kev, stop. You heading, my man. Stop. You heading our head. Everybody heard you saying Sastan is in Sano. That's what everybody heard you saying, correct? You said that. Am I right, Kev? Am I right? Kev?
But man, I don't know where you
you know how can you follow Joe Manuel and you don't know which country he from, Kev?
It's a Grand Wall.
Because people are saying that on the feed. Because people are saying on the feed. Nelson, can you go on YouTube and call it exactly what Kev said? This is an embarrassment to see you diehard reaction. And you read that even Clinton don't even know what Sasa is. Clinton saying it from Sano too.
It's somewhere. You guys are disappointing. We're talking about different Sastan. The Sastan you're talking about different.
No. You guys are disappointing. How can you support Joey? You don't know which country he's from.
Joey, I've been a little Sastan for a little time.
Thank you, Nelson. Can you cut exactly how Kev answer the question Sastan from Sano that where Joey are from? My good Lord. I'm gonna bring in the former defense minister. The man won his election in Lofa and the poor Joey took it from him. The man won election, Joey took it from him. The man said you want to run again against Councilor Jala. Councilor Jala confused and scared. This the only senator that brought all the devil outside. The only senator the devil can listen to from Lofa County. The only senator that will be able to make you a president and say you not be that only man. I call you senator because he won, right? Clinton, you the councilor, yeah. The man won, right? So I said, a senator elect? Oh no, I shouldn't say that.
Oh man,
No, my man. That's a fact. We're gonna bring in senator.
Who win? Who? I know if Joey like the code now or the betting.
No, the man won. Joey have to wait for him.
Joey with the code.
We can make that argument anything, but that's not the reason I'm bringing him on. Ladies and gentlemen, share the show. We are about to bring in the former 12 years defense minister of the Republic of Liberia. The man that beat CDC in Lofa. But then Joey had to. By the end of the day, the man went to Joey and he made peace. Let's bring in our own dear friend, Brother Samuka. Welcome to the show, Chief. How you doing today? It's good to see you.
Thank you, CEO. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm very happy to be on. Thank you so much for having me.
I see jubilation in your face. I see that you guys celebrating, man. What a win.
Absolutely. I'm overjoyed. 3 reasons. One, that we won both the basketball and the football. And then secondly, that Lofa was able to outclass their colleagues strategically. And then thirdly, I believe that there was a semblance of unity for purpose by all Liberians who attended the game. All of the games came out very, very, very sportsmanlike. And I think I very much appreciate what happened, that the Liberian people show that this is one thing that can unite us if only we need to invest into it.
So, Mr. Minister or Mr. Senator-elect.
Either one.
Oh, yeah, either one. A beautiful game, by the way.
Yes.
It didn't go to penalty kick. It didn't go to penalty kick, but a beautiful game. The boys were
It was a very beautiful game. I can tell you that was very competitive. Grand Jita played extremely well. They had a penalty that our goalkeeper strategically saved. They did extremely well. They had many attacking options. They utilized it. They had a very excellent midfield. But I think overall, on our fast break, we beat them on it. And that was the strategy we were applying because they had a stronger midfield. So we're depending on the fast break in order to beat them out. And that's how come Lofa, in my view, was able to overcome it. And I think the coaches were very strategic in their selection for the kind of team they put up. And I think it went very well at the end of the day.
Well, something happened, though. From the beginning of this county meet, Lofa County had a supporting force, unlike any other county. Did you see that? You guys stood by your team.
What it did, beginning with the superintendent and chaired by the 2 senators, both Senator Momo Cyrus and Senator Jala, as well as the steering committee, as well as the coaches, as well as Mama Kone. I mean, very excellent. These were people who stood and raise sufficient money, raise awareness in the county, out of the county, in the diaspora to get the kind of support that was needed. And I think that support was very pivotal in ensuring that the guys are focused on the game and not on the money issue. And I think the superintendent really demonstrated leadership, and the 2 senators and the rest of the players and the rest of the team demonstrated leadership to make sure that Lofa win.
So we are not, real quick before the other guys come in, I know we're only talking about the team here. We are not talking about you guys owing anybody, not at all. You guys took care of the players, make all necessary adjustments.
Yes, absolutely. Every commitment talked about was delivered. And that is the one thing that Senator Momo Saros and Senator Jala, as well as the steering committee and the superintendent, made. As a matter of fact, the superintendent was even in the camp to make sure that everything that I promised the guys, as challenging as it was, we did everything to make sure that it was received and the guys are focused on the game.
Wow. So, I mean, what's the after party?
It's all over the place. I stopped at 1 or 2 places and I just had to leave, because the place was really crowded here, there, yonder. And so I'm going to stop by to another colleague place and down what they call the Wallagisi spot, right where the old Tinkers Village is now called the Wallagisi spot. So I'm going to go there so that we also going to celebrate as well.
What's the message here from you? What's the overall message for all Liberians? We saw
the
people from
overall message is that when
in government, outside of government, what's the overall message, sir?
My view, the overall message was very clear. When the country has a purpose, when the country has a leadership that directs them and guide them and listen to them and involve the people. Look at the people on the field. Look at the people on the field. By 11:30 this morning, the field was already packed because people had a purpose to go to support something that they believe they own, that they were part of. When you have local leadership, when people are involved in the decision-making process, when people see themselves participating, they put everything out there to make sure that it goes, even as competitive as it was. I think it was clearly demonstrated during the entire economy that, look, it is a unifying factor. We need to focus on that. It is a unifying factor. We can extend it to the loan side. It's a unifying factor. We can extend it to support other things in which the people feel that they own and they are part of the decision-making process.
Wow, we have the former 12 years Defense Minister Brian Samukai. Guys, one question is before the minister leaves us. He on his way to another function. Kev Hassan, what say you? Lofa all the way.
Minister, let me say this. I heard your analysis
Yeah,
on
Cass.
I heard your analysis on the voice of Liberia. I thought it was in place and shows that thing you play back then we used to call it tabella. So I think you play some little tabella because your analysis was right. But let me say this. Let me say this to you. I believe that Grand Judah was the better team, but Lofa were very tactical. They did that in against Magibi, and the same thing against Grand Judah. I believe they were tactical. Uh, in your view, do you side with me that Grand Judah was the better team, but Lofa was tactical?
You know, when you go to take a test, they don't say he was a good student, but he failed. So that analogy doesn't hold. Grand
That's a
Judah was very competitive. I must admit they were very competitive. They have excellent chances. They had a very strong midfield, but strategically overall, Lofa won the game, and that was matter in this
yeah.
instance.
I think Lofa were very tactical. They saved their energy because of the
Yes,
time,
that's
and
correct.
yeah, they were not rushing. I think
No,
Lofa,
no, no, that's true.
yes, yes. So that's what.
It
But it
was a
was a
great game. It was a good game. Grand
Thank you,
Judah
sir.
put up a very strong spirit.
Let me
yeah.
bring in Clinton. Come with that Clinton while me. You have the minister here.
Honorable Minister, no questions here. Congratulations on your win. I hope you enjoy the win the rest of the night.
All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And wherever you are, I hope you see the goodness in it.
Definitely.
No, I said wherever you are, I hope you see the goodness in it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations to the people of Lofa for the victory. Congratulations to the organizing committee. I mean, to the people who supported the different teams. We just say thank you for doing that. People spend their personal resources to be able to mobilize players and bring them together to play the county meet. I have a very strong opinion on how the county meet has been organized and coordinated all the time. Spoken about that. Maybe the minister is on. I will speak about it, but I don't want it to appear like I'm trying to spin the victory of Nimba. And let me say Nimba of Lofa. But let's think about this. Every year we organize these young people, bring them from the counties. Football is what they depend on for most of them, a good number of them. Football is what they depend on for their living. It's what they depend on, the hoping that they can use to transform their lives. Like we went to school, we depend on education to get jobs and build houses and feed our families. They depend on soccer. But every year we bring them to town, they play, we get entertained. Politicians use it to brand themselves with the crowd. And right after the county meet, nobody hear about them. What can we do? Football is a business. What can we do every county meet to at least identify 3 best players and take them from Liberia to Europe for trial and academies that they can use that to transform, get into big leagues and support their family back home? What can we do? Look at the talents. From the preliminary stages to the final, look at the talents that are wasting every year. What can we do as a country? The Ministry of Youth and Sport generate hundreds of thousands to tickets. What can we do while they are playing the semi-finals? Identify scouts from maybe 2 places in Europe or something in America and bring them to watch at least 4 games and identify the 2 best players. And the government can facilitate their trip to Europe to go on academies. And after 2 years, you have good players in Europe potentially raising money and helping our family back home. We cannot just use them for entertainment. After the entertainment, we drop them and wait for the next year. I think we should be thinking in that direction. Next county meet, let the government identify the best 3 players, support them, put resources on them, let them leave the country. That is my approach. Let's take it one level beyond just mere celebration and politicians branding themselves around the children. Let's use the opportunity to select the best players and send them abroad. Let's bring scouts to watch the semi-final matches to identify these players. Government can put money in it. The government will benefit. family will benefit. The children will not just play and go back in the villages. They will play with the mindset that when I'm the best player, my country will spend some money on me to go to Europe, go in academies, be a successful player, and support my country. That is my advice. That is my suggestion.
Thank you, my man. You want to respond to that before you leave us, Minister?
No, I mean, I think every idea is something that we can always listen to, and people can sit down and strategize on the way forward. I don't think we should provide the tactics, but I think the broad concept of investing in the young players, investing in the national team through the county meet is a very excellent idea. That investment can come out in different shape and different forms, and I think those that will be given that responsibility to do so will maybe be able to debate the approach to adapt in order to achieve some of the goals that he's talking about. I think the most important thing is that we should invest. We should invest, and we should see it as an investment to our young people, as an investment for our country, as an investment for our pride, the pride of our country. Yes, I fully agree. I'm not sure whether taking 4 players or 5 players will be the resolution to the problem that we have, but I believe that an investment in order to develop the talents through these kind of organized events, I think would be extremely helpful. So I want to thank you for your idea and suggestion, and let me thank Spoon for elevating the issue. Not just about how many goals people score, but elevating the discussion as to the impact you can have on a broader national level. And I want to thank them for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Let's see. We're still waiting to hear from you, though. You said of first blood, and the first blood was received by Councilor Jala. And we hope we can hear more from Lo-Fi. I mean, are you seriously going against Councilor Jala? Is that why this momentum is building? I know today is football, no politics, but it's concerning to know that you won seriously, bigly, like Donald Trump would say in Lo-Fi. You brought up the good, the bad, and the ugly from Lo-Fi. And are you seriously? I mean, I'm hearing that you people begin to talk to you to be a VP on a ticket. Which one are you going to do? VP on a ticket?
No, actually, I'm focused. I'm focused on going back to serve my people in Lo-Fa County. I've indicated my intentions already for 2029. Regardless of who is my opponent or who is my adversary, it really doesn't matter. I think what matters most is what Lo-Fa County has decided and will decide upon come 2029. I think it's extremely important that we get away from the individualism as to whom we go into. So it doesn't become a personal battle or a personal contest between 2 individuals.
Only one person you have. I mean, only one person you have to sit right now. That seat will be vacant
the seat. So far as I'm concerned, so far as I'm concerned, that seat will be vacant in 2029. Somebody has to go to win it, and that is my clear intention to win it and occupy the seat to represent the people of Lo-Fa County.
Are you affirmative saying we are hearing that President Weld is thinking about tapping you to be his VP? Can you confirm?
I have no idea absolutely whatsoever anything of such. I'm focused on Lo-Fa County right now.
So were you not consider that?
No. I mean, why you want to speculate? Why you want to create, necessary speculation 5 years in advance? They say when the lion
goes from Lo-Fa and the people say
CEO
George, it's a win for George. We are from Lo-Fa.
CEO, you hear the song, it said when the lion in the town, German Shepherd turn to Bobo. When the lion is entering the forest, it raises the voice to let every king and squeak know that the lion is coming. And that's what I've done, to inform every sundry and every person and every institution that the lion is coming to town. That is what I've done. I've notified everyone, and my traditional title is called Samdiki. I'm the shining star of Lo-Fa County. It was bestowed upon me by the traditional leaders of Lo-Fa. So I have to stand to represent them. I have to. And that is why I commit to that.
The former president asked you to be his number 2. Is that
why are you talking about? That's a speculation. I'm not here for speculation.
Speculation, Senator. Whenever I bring up whenever I say something, it means I'm hearing from people of the top.
Well, unfortunately,
but I beg, I know before you leave, let me end on this, sir. CDC is counting on you like Joseph Boaka counted on Jeremiah Kun for Nimba. because they believe that if you break away from Joseph Yima Boyka and support George Madawea, you being his running mate is a game changer. And they
I'm a unity partisan. I'm a unity partisan. Spoon. You know that. I stood on Unity Party ticket. I supported Unity Party throughout. Unity Party won. I'm standing with Unity Party. So I don't see why there's speculation. There shouldn't be any speculation at all. What needs to happen is, what is my focus? My focus is to ensure that the leadership that Lofa County needs, we got 50% leadership right now. We need another 50% to add it to make it a 100%.
Who's the 50%?
And that is what I intend to do.
Who's the 50%?
Well, that's my evaluation.
Momo Sarr is the 50? What about Councilor Jala?
Momo Sarr is not running in 2029.
Okay.
So whoever is running in 2029, that's the 50% I'm going to take.
I know we're going to have you. I just can't wait for that day. I want to say thank you for joining us, sir. As always, thank you. I salute you.
CEO, thank you so much, and I'm so happy. I'm so elated. You can't understand the feeling that I have for my county. Go to Vonjama, go to Zolta, go to Sale, go to Foya, go to Kolaon, go to Vau and see the kind of celebration that is happening now. Call your colleague, your journalist out there, and let them tell you. Tell Lomax, let him go down there and give you the feedback.
Yes, sir. We will do so. Thank you very much, sir. Good seeing you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. That's the former 12 years defense minister, Samuka. The man won. But there's a reason why I'm saying this, my man Clinton. CDC is eyeing him. And this brings us to our conversation for today. I don't know what's on your mind you're going to say, but welcome everyone to the one-on-one with the CEO. I got my own brother here, the Babalu board, Abdullah Mame. I got the Clinton, Governor Clinton, the lawyer, my own friend. And I got Kev Hassan, who actually he doesn't know what Joe we are from. He's saying Joe we are from Sasta Sano. We have caught that clip. We're going to let it roll. You've been with them. You're Wiashin. You've been with Joe forever. You don't even know which country he's from. What kind of supporter are you? Okay, that was disappointing. If I was Joe, I sent you to a special program right now to know which country I'm from. But my man, listen to Brian Samuka, man. What say you?
Brennan will be a Unity Party partisan. I mean, I believe he will contest for the Senate seat. From conversations I've been having, he's a very competitive candidate. I think he won before. He's a very competitive candidate. It is possible that he can win the election against the incumbent. I don't think he will contest, or George Weah is even thinking about using him as a running mate. I think former President Weah thinks different. But again, politics, like we say, anything can happen, right? Nobody expected Vice President Kuhn to, in the 11th hour, join President Boakai against President Weah at the time. I think it was at the latter part of the regime when he realized that the country needed to be rescued. And then he thought that it was important to join progressive forces to help rescue the country and put it on the path of recovery. It is now on the path of recovery. The recovery process is slow, it's disappointing in some instances, it's frustrating in some instances. And in some instances, it gave hope. It's a mixture of different things. On the front against corruption, I've done all my analysis. I've concluded that President Boakai will not fight corruption as he promised he would do. He will do other things. He will build roads, do electricity. He will address the issue about jobs, increase civil servant salary. But the fundamental headwind, the critical period, the factor that stands between Liberia and prosperity is corruption. I'm convinced that President Boakai will not fight corruption. And the decision to not fight corruption is informed. It's not by mistake, it's by design. The same literatures President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf read that made her to not fight corruption. The same literature President Weah read that made him to not fight corruption. It's the same literature they've introduced President Bouakai to. He has read it. He is convinced that it is not appropriate to fight corruption at this time. I think he's wrong. I think people who think like that are wrong. If you want to transform Liberia, you need to bring corruption under control. Whether it is raising more revenue to taking the budget to over $1 billion, or whether it is spending the money on the right thing and getting the right impact, we have to bring corruption under control. People in public service need to be afraid to steal. Not that people here don't want to steal, but they are afraid. From where I work, people want to take money, but they are afraid that if they did, they will be arrested, they will go to jail, they will bear the consequences for their action. That culture needs to be in Liberia. In Liberia, nobody is afraid now. As we are talking, people are planning. You just saw the situation where the allegation from Noka. I've reached out to people there to just speak to me and say, I mean, comrade, we are all friends. What's the issue? Nobody wants to talk. It's an indication to me that there's some level of truth in what we're hearing. So, I mean, back to your question, I think Samoka will contest as senator, but again, anything can happen. Jeremiah from last minute to time saw the need to rescue the country and he joined us. The recovery process is not going well. I'm convinced that President Bouakai, like the previous president, will not fight corruption. He will build roads, provide electricity, increase civil servant salary. He will not fight corruption, and he promised us. It's a wrong thing to do.
You guys just listen to Mame. Wow. Wow. The number one fight that brought President Bouakai to power. Welcome to the one-on-one with the CEO. We're going to take our own time, no argument. Martin Cody going to be joining us today likewise. We're just going to take our own time and talk like family. Like, you know, when you're on the dining room table, you have some serious family discussion and want to speak from our heart. So please share the show. Just go and share the show. I know you celebrate it. Guys, coming to get Clinton, what I whole kept for last on this on the serious note. You just listen to Mame. Well, what's your takeaway? And also the Samukal issue. You are muted, Clinton.
Yeah, muted, Council.
I have not heard anything about, you know, any connection with the CDC or plans of the CDC to have Minister Samukal on the CDC's ticket. But I do believe that he will contest, as he's saying, and he's going to be a strong contender. Mind you, he won elections in Lo-Fi before. He remains a very pivotal figure in Lo-Fi. So he's definitely going to be a very strong contender, and there's a possibility that in 2029 he might win the elections. Whatever Mame is saying tonight is not strange, at least to me, except for the fact that it's coming from Mame. But that's the only news that is coming from.
But seriously, that's what it's coming from Mame. And you know Mame.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it shows you. I think for me, what this says is that Mame is kind of you know, he's reached out to a lot of people. When you talk to it shows that you're talking to Baka a long time, and you try to reach the people and make some recommendations. They don't seem to be working, and so you know you're faced with the reality. But I mean, the government hasn't shown in the last 1 year that it is ready to fight corruption. Mame is right. I didn't believe that from the onset that this group of people from the last 12 years were set to do anything. When President Bouakai started to name his officials, and I saw a lot of the names from Ellen's administration, it was the same group of people who were mad in a lot of the same corrupt practices before. So it was nothing new. So there's nothing new here except that it's coming from Mame. Interesting thing Mame said was that Vice President Kun at the dying minute saw the need to join the train to rescue the country. So this man he was a representative. Then he went to the Senate. Was a ranking member in the legislature, right? But somehow he didn't know that the country needed to be rescued until the dying minute. The truth of the matter is, he made a political decision strategically political decision. This is has nothing to do with Rescue Mommy, But yeah, it is what it is. It's good that Mommy is coming to this realization after year 1. We still got 5 to go. I don't know what he'll be saying year 3.
Wow, thank you very much. Let me bring in, guys. Don't forget, we have a lot of very, very good information coming your way today. I'm shocked hearing some things. I'm going to say my own here. We're going to move. Kev Hassan, hearing from Mame, we're talking about the Samukad issue is very important. I know what I'm hearing. I'm hearing what I'm hearing when it comes to Samukad and CDC. I will say my piece on that. But for Mame to say President Barker can do everything else but the fight against corruption is out of that black book. No way. What say you?
Well, when it comes to the Samuka, I would not go deep into that. And politics can sway in different directions. So I will not go into that. I'm just saying Samuka is a strong guy. But let me say this. Couple of days, Man may be coming up with the exception of his AI tape that he put up the last time, but he been speaking truth to power. Mame speak to a lot of people within higher places in the government, and I think after Mame made his one or two analysis and check within, he realized that he gonna put country first, and I'll give it to Mame. Mame is putting country first. He realized that he was scammed by the Unity Party. He realized he was scammed. He realized that Unity Party folks fooled him. He realized that I'm a man with dignity. I'm a man love my country. Mame loved his country, but he realized that he was scammed by Joseph Ivan Boka and his folks. In order for Mame to save himself, not be fooled and be scammed by those people, he said, I will come and speak the truth. And I want the Liberian people to salute him for speaking the truth and realize that he was scammed. And I keep on posting on my page that how did Joseph Ivan Boka scam his way to power? One of the people that he scammed is Mame. And Mame is deciding to come out and speak the truth. So I will call on the Liberian people to hail Mame. I will call on the Liberian people to thank Mame. I will call on the Liberian people to side with Mame. Because Mame, what Mame is doing, he's telling the Liberian people that this government is complete scam. He said the other day, he said they're using the audit report to blackmail people. Mame is tired of playing that game. So he coming out to be clear. So I want the Liberian people to hail Mame and be on the side with Mame and respect Mame, what Mame is saying. And I want to thank Mame for.
Thank you. Thank you, Kev. Thank you very much. Mame, let me come back to you. It's very important. People text him and go look at the live feed. People are being very positive in addressing your statement. The last time you said audit report was blackmail. The last time, as evidenced by they paying all these people, the auditor found, and as part of the report there was irregularities. They pay them and say, you don't do nothing, you'll go to bed quietly. Today, you said there will be no fight against corruption, not honor the president, Waka watch, but you know what? He can do other things. Mame, let's come back to you. I want you to put both of those things. And folks, listen, if you have a question for Mame or anybody on set, we'll go to the phone line. We give extra 30 minutes for you to talk to us. This is a very quiet, unique program. We got a lot to discuss on. Mame, blackmail last week, no fight against corruption this week. Talk to us, my brother.
Yeah, I can stretch it further. I mean, just with a caveat, I know the CDC people will take this differently, but President Boakai during the campaign made different promises. He promised roads, he promised electricity, he promised jobs, He promised bringing decency to the civil service. He promised stabilizing the economy. He promised rebranding our foreign relations, making Liberia a respectable country in the Committee of Nations. Those are promises he made to us, and then he also promised anti-corruption. John Molu was brought on board. When Molu was brought on board, one of the fundamental reasons that President Bouaka posted was, I'm bringing Molu on board to help me lead the fight against corruption. That post is still alive. I am saying, I've assessed the government. I've realized that this promise to fight corruption, President Bouaka will not take it on. He will take on his roles, he will take on his energy, he will take on his jobs, he will increase civil servant salary, provide insurance for police and security people. He will not fight corruption. And I am saying that decision is a wrong decision. Posterity will judge us 6 years from now, will come back. But I support all his other agenda. The agenda to build rules, the agenda to restore economic prosperity for the people, the agenda to rebrand our country's image, the agenda to fight drugs. I support that. You saw right in the court, the man who was arrested, he was convicted and taken to prison. The last time we saw 100 million drug, he went free. So we're seeing changes in that direction. I support that. But I am saying, fight against corruption, President Bouaka will not do it. And there's a reason. They introduce him to different literatures. There are economists, political economists, who have written different theories and arguing that countries like Liberia should not practice and fight corruption. They should prioritize other things. They get a developmental state theory. They get a political realism theory. They get a authoritarian pragmatism theory. They are arguing of something they call controlled corruption. They not mean to control corruption, call it control. Just be around, but don't focus on it because, one, you will lose support from the political elite. You lose support from business entities who survive on corruption. So because people are interested so much in support rather than building statecraft, they tend to leave the fight against corruption. That's what has been happening in Liberia over and over. And I am saying now, I have seen all the signs and the symptoms, having read all these literatures and these different theories from these different economists, and see the approach President Bouaka is taking. It aligns exactly with everything they have recommended. So I'm convinced that the president will not fight corruption as he promised us that he would do. And that will be a big disappointment to us because it will not move the country at the pace the country should move.
Let me ask you a question, Mame, and it goes to everyone. How would this trickle down to Jeremiah Kun if Jeremiah Kun should succeed Bouaka 2029?
It will affect anybody who will be contesting on United Party's ticket. It will affect anybody who will be contesting on United Party ticket. The extent to which it will affect you will be based on your own characteristic. For example, like I can say always, I don't oppose CDC as a political party. I don't oppose United Party. I don't oppose Broom Revolution because, Stanton, in Liberia, we don't build these institutions. For example, if you talk, what is his name, Councillor Gongo today, and may he stand up for CDC, I will wear CDC campaign for Councillor Gongo because I know it is Councillor Gongo who will be leading. If you talk John Molu, if you talk Gafua, I mean, these are people I believe can provide better leadership for our country. So, if Jeremiah Kun is on United Party's ticket because of the track record of 18 years in power, 12 years under President Sali, 6 years under President Bouaka, and you still, as an institution, cannot address the fundamental problem that is stopping Liberia progress, which is corruption. If you cannot address it 18 years, and Jeremiah Kun is there as a standard bearer, he comes to that burden. He can only survive if he managed to prove to Liberians that I'm a different man. Yes, I'm coming with the United Party's burden, but I will be able to address this issue about corruption. If you can prove that to the people, then that's fine. If you brought, for example, John Molu and put a United Party ticket, it will come without breading. But Molu will be telling you, no, I'm John Molu. I will fight corruption for you.
Can Jeremiah Kun say he will fight corruption?
I'm not a spokesman for Kun. I don't know whether he will.
I'm saying we're giving our opinion. Can Jeremiah Kun say, listen, it was just a Barker, I'm my own person. I would be able to fight corruption, give him a chance. Can he?
Oh, yeah, he can say, and he will definitely say, if he's on the campaign ballot for the Unity Party, Jeremiah Kun will definitely tell the people, I will fight corruption. Give me the chance, I will do it. He will say, whether they will buy it, whether they will accept it.
As per his track record, you think the people will buy it, though?
I mean, at the same track record, he talked to Nima and said, I mean, support us, who will fight corruption, and they voted for him.
That was Nima because of his biological heritage, and you know that. And I'm saying now he with President Barker, right? And everything just going downward. But let me bring in Clinton. And I mean, you saying a lot here. Want to say folks share the show. Again, way entertain your question. Clinton, let me ask you though. If this fighting corruption, which also side with the GSC report, right? But yet we are paying people that on the GSC report, the allegations are they are corrupt. And Mame, with all the different theories within that literature he's reading, believing that Bwaka cannot fight corruption 100% as evidenced by people you have in the government, how would this affect Jeremiah Kun? Is this Jeremiah Kun problem?
Let me just ask more for council. Council, when you're talking, you might explain to how can Joe we are convinced people he will fail corruption.
No, we'll talk about Joe. Let's focus on the Jeremiah Kun. No, we got to talk about Joe in this one. I beg you.
Yeah.
You can do episode 1, episode 2. So right now, not episode 1.
Well, Mama's and his episodes. Look, hey, the Unity Party has a history of not fighting corruption. This is not new to us. Again, Mama is saying this, so it's interesting. But other than that, we know, we were here, for the last, 12 years on the LN, we've listened to one, corruption scandal after another corruption scandal. Fast forward to President Bwaka, it's been one after another. It's definitely going to affect, the vice president if he contests on the Unity Party ticket, because he too comes with his own baggage. He comes from the Senate, the House. We know a lot of things are happening in the legislature. There's a history there. So I don't know if he's going to be, but again, the Liberian people are aware of everything that's happened. They will make the decision in 2029, on whether they believe, they will believe Mr. Kun or not believe Mr. Kun. I don't believe he's a strong messenger. He's working in the government that is failing miserably to battle corruption. Now we're hearing from a strong proponent of the government that the president has absolutely no intention of fighting corruption. And if the president has absolutely no intention of fighting corruption, that means valuable resources that is supposed to go to health, education, public infrastructure are going to be diverted to people personal uses. And that raises a serious question about whether this president in fact can deliver on those promises, because the finances are going to be diverted. And this president has no intention, not a political will to fight corruption. He's going ahead and even, like you said, Stanton, he's paying people who he had accused of corruption, and he's entering deals with them. So again, when it comes to the central bank, it was we know by now, given that they've entered deal with these people and they're paying them all that, this was just a pretext. There was no serious fight for corruption. They needed this pretext so as to bring in their own group of people, so as to be able to do that NSA millions of dollar over the counter payment and stuff like that. So this is just it. This is what's going to happen for the next 6 years. We can't expect anything to change. In 2029, the Liberian people will make the decision.
But I want you to talk to me about the Jeremiah Kun factor here, because he didn't go into deep. Jeremiah Kun is his own person, but he not in bed with Unity Party. He left his party, MDR. He joined Unity Party. He's the second man in the country He's in line to be the stand-up bearer for Unity Party. He's in line. He's going to, if anything comes at 100%, this guy would be succeeding Joseph Yema Boakai. The fight against corruption is on the ballot. If Joseph Yema Boakai cave in, as Mame is saying, not to do anything with corruption, it means that anybody can loot, anybody can steal, anybody can do anything. The president will not take any action.
The president saying that
we are hearing $26 million coming by way of TIA through LTA, and I will also discuss this tomorrow. The $26 million is all about Abdullah Kamara, the reason why they cannot remove him. But on the second hand, the president got the document that this guy is corrupt as per the GSC, those allegations. Mom is saying, leave that one stand up. President Boakai will do jack because it's corruption. So how would this affect if JK, the VP, if he doesn't, speak up quietly to the president that these things should be taken care of? You think, is there any pathway here, man, that the people will believe his message, Clinton?
Well, I mean, I think Liberians are wising up, and they will make, a very good decision in 2029. I'm sure of that. I don't think Vice President Kong can shield himself from anything that is happening in this government. The Pakai pronouncement in 2017 did not convince the Liberian people. The Liberian people were not convinced by President Boakai. Then when he said that he was a Pakai, he was trying to completely distance himself from the Sirleaf administration, even as vice president, president of the Senate, where you have, hundreds of concessions went through, signed off on. He was trying to distance himself from all of that, all those corrupt things, and say, look, I was just this Pak Okai sitting down somewhere. The president had me in the box, and I just go and do nothing. So you have to give him a chance. The Liberian people didn't buy that in 2017. And I'm sure, VP Kone is going to be faced with that same burden with the way this administration is proceeding in 2029. I don't think Liberian people are going to buy that, Kone was just a vice president sitting. I think they're going to see him as an active participant, especially so where you have an Asian president and Kone. Just look at the two budgets, the budgets of the vice president and the president, right? I think $3 million to $1 million. Kone has much more money. It tells you that the president is giving Jeremiah Kone a lot of responsibility. He's very active in this entire government thing, and there's no convincing yet that whatever is happening, he's a major player, he's a major decision maker, and the Liberian people will hold him accountable in 2029.
Governor Clinton, thank you, Kat. We're not going to talk about George. We are right now at CDC. When we get back to Mame, we'll bring up that conversation. That will be episode 2. Let's stick with Jeremiah Kone. How can he redeem himself if what Mame is saying is true, that President Boakai not going to fight corruption for the next 5 years?
You asking me, how can Lucifer redeem himself? That's the question you're asking. How can Lucifer redeem himself? Listen, Jeremiah Kone is more corrupt than Joseph Boakai. The fact that Jeremiah Kone is on the ticket, if Joseph Boakai, if he's serious to fight corruption, the first person that he will not deal with is Jeremiah Kone. Yeah, constitutional is the vice president, but Jeremiah Kone is the most corrupt human being on the planet in Liberia. I would say, let's go back. One of the key reasons that the fight that Jeremiah Kone is championing against Kofa is because of auditing the house. And with the audit the house, Jeremiah Kone will be implicated. This is simple. Fight Kofa, remove him because Kofa want to audit. When you remove him, then nothing will come out. Well, the man will co-chair on Ways and Means for years. My goodness. He was co-chair. He understand. So watch the what going on, what the combination, what the thing. In America, they can say follow the money. Follow what's going on in the house. Jeremiah Kuhn is engineer every single thing. So if the president want to fight corruption, corruption is at his doorstep. His next guy is the most corrupt human being. So that's some of the things. So but Joe Bokai cannot, because let's go from the beginning, Stanton, of the Unity Party. Miata Fambule. Over half a $1 million, right, was given. President Bokai said we will audit. Up to now, nothing. You ask and President Bokai, he gonna be upset with you. No journalist dare to ask him, where is Miata Fambule? NASCOP. Look at NASCOP. Nothing. The president never took no action against. People want to bring the commerce minister, Amin Muda. Amin Muda resigned. He resigned. Yeah, they accept his resignation, but before they accept the resignation, they wanted him to stay. He decided to resign because of the pressure. And why? Because of the pressure from Spoon. Not because of the mansion, not because of Joe Bokai. Joe Bokai, I want to ask this question and to everybody on this panel and Liberian people, who Joseph Iman Bokai has taken action against for corruption? Who? I dare anybody to come there. Abdullah, his nephew is sitting right there. Joe Bokai will never fight corruption because Joe Bokai is in the pool of corruption. Joe Bokai himself loves corruption. Sometimes when I hear Joe Bokai during the election and talk about the Liberian people money, but I know because of my proximity to government that he will, at night, he will send his son, Jojo, to member of the CDC party and ask for money. I dare them to deny it because I know because of my proximity. And we have the record.
Okay,
Joe Bokai, what the president did, he scammed his way to power and he scammed a lot of people.
Thank you very much, Mama. Let me come to you on this one about Josh Manawia. I know you have other stuff you're going to bring up today, and then let's talk about the Josh Manawia factor. You said the president Joseph Yema Boakai fought against corruption. You put that in the book. President Joseph Yema Boakai, all the report was to blackmail. We put it in the book. Is it by any chance giving way for Josh Manawia to come back, Mama?
But ask yourself, what Liberians want? If Liberians are angry that Joseph Boakai did not fight corruption, how would they be pleased with a George Weah, who equally did not fight corruption and shows no willingness to do it? So put the Liberians in your mind. If they are angry that Joseph Boakai did not fight corruption, how can George Weah be the option when he himself did not fight corruption, when he himself showed no willingness to fight corruption? Stanton, Joseph Boakai mistakes do not make Weah right. It only means Weah and Boakai did not perform, and therefore Liberia needs a better leader. Go to the central bank. The same payment that President Boakai is paying to Talu, George Weah pay to the former central bank governor and the deputy governor for them to leave. You know that, right? So if Liberians are angry that Joseph Boakai is paying the central bank governor to leave, why would they be happy with George Weah, who equally did the same thing? They can be. Liberians at this point, the people are eager for transformation. Their eyes are opening. They see other countries making progress more than ever before. Their eyes were closed. Their eyes are opening. The young people want jobs. You can't just be keeping them in a cycle, in a bubble of failed leaders. You can't do it. Let's go to Western Cluster. George Weah changed a mineral development agreement that benefited the people to an MOU that takes away from the people. Joseph Boakai came there. If Joseph Boakai doesn't correct it, how does it make George Weah better? Let's go to drugs. 100 million drugs came in the country. It passed through a when the people were declared not guilty. Young people all in the street affected with kush. People in George Weah party singing with one kush. He did nothing about it. If Joseph Boakai doesn't fight drugs, how does it make George Weah better? Corruption that we're talking about. 6 years. You're talking about compromising audit. George Weah commissioned an investigation of the National Oil Company of Liberia, NOCA. Wabodiki and other people led that committee. They completed the investigation report the same way Joseph Boakai set up commission to investigate LTA. George Weah set up commission to investigate NOCA. They completed the investigation and gave a report to George Weah. 6 years, he took no action. So if Joseph Boakai doesn't take action on LTA, how does it make George Weah better? It doesn't make George Weah better. So let the George Weah people tell the Liberian people what makes him better from Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai's advantage is he has 5 more years to show to the Liberian people that he's a different leader. George Weah is out of power.
Yeah, we understand that though. But I understand something. You listen, we cataloging all your talking point. We get into a new phase here. I told Nelson to cut the important part of the program, put it into our archive because it's very important. Joseph Yima Boakai, we saw him like the Joseph that led the children out of Egypt, that he will be more transformational in the way in which talk about corruption, good leadership, good governance, and everything else. But you're speaking to hundreds of thousands of Liberians tonight. You said, don't lose your sleep on corruption, mommy. But one of the other things you're saying, the comeback of John Manuel Weah shouldn't be because Joseph Yima Boakai not fighting corruption. I want you to balance this with your last 1 minute. Please help us. Speak to Liberians. Then who? Then when? Because if Joseph Yima Boakai is letting us down, as per everything we see on corruption, which is the #1 factor to destroy the entire government, and the international community will be mad because the fight against corruption is not there. Make me understand something here. Should I go to bed believing that, we will get better under this government? If the president cannot fight corruption but brought in every other thing, roads, healthcare, education, because everywhere you put money and where there is corruption, the people will eat it all.
Correct.
How does that help his agenda?
Correct. So that's why I said, the president get 5 more years, 4.5 more years. We are here to support President Boakai's agenda because we believe in the agenda. We campaign for it. We believe in it. We believe it is right. It is appropriate to address the fundamental problem we face as a country. That's why we are there. We want Liberia to succeed because we believe that Liberia doesn't need to fail for any politician to win election in 2029. Liberia can succeed and still politicians can win election. So that's why we support the president to succeed. So that when we in the places and other make sure, Stanton, look. One of my friends called me today. Let me be a little bit human. One of my friends called me today. I went to school with my friend. We did economics together. I would travel to his house for him to go and teach me. Brilliant. Above all measure. He's in Liberia. He called me today to complain. He called me today. I will not go into the specifics. I'm like, this boy is brilliant than me. With the economics, I know what he can, I know what his output. Taking and even you bring him on the platform tomorrow to speak to issue. Stanton, you will enjoy him. Breadth of understanding. But his country has let him down. So the question now is, How can he, and his story is just one in hundreds of thousands? But because I know him and my friends, so we have that conversation. But thousands of other people in similar situation. To answer your specific question, 5 more years to go. Have we made progress? Yes, we have made progress on some fronts. But the main issue that we need to bring under control to be able to make fast progress is corruption. And I am convinced, having read from Mustafa Khan, having read the developmental state theory, having read the stabilization theory, having read the authoritarian pragmatism theory, all the different things I see how leaders are supposed to perform when they don't want to fight corruption is how President Bouaka is proceeding. So I'm convinced he will not fight corruption. I'm convinced he will do other things, but he will not fight corruption. But also, lastly, that doesn't make George Weah better. It only means if Bouaka doesn't improve, it only means Bouaka and Weah failed, and therefore Liberia needs a
Can you say Bouaka, JK, and Weah then? Or you separating JK from the Bouaka?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying Bouaka, I'm not saying JK and Bouaka. I'm saying Bouaka, President Bouaka, and former President Weah. If Bouaka doesn't change course, and it will mean President Bouaka and former President Bouaka did not deliver, and therefore.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have Abdullah Mame, we have Governor Clinton, we have Kev Hassan. We will be going to you. I hope you are ready to take part on this show. 2 things Mame say. Listen, we are all contributing. I'll be bringing in Martin Colley. He's getting ready to come on, and Isaac Doe. I want to say to all of you, it's only important that you listen. But if what Mame is saying, if we hold that in to 100%, right? That President Biden said, c'est fini, no to corruption. Governor Clinton, let's do this right before I bring in the other guys and we'll go to the phone line. Governor, this is big. I'm not saying it. If I say it, it will be on BBC and CNN. Mame is saying it. It is on BBC and CNN. This is a big deal. A big deal. But let me ask you though, how can give chance to George Banners? We are the former president. Oh, you're not fighting corruption, and so I get my opening here. What opening here, Mame? No, sorry, Mame, not you, that Clinton. Clinton, what's the opening here?
Council is the whole stage is set for you now.
Look, before I even go forward, look, somebody tested me something I wanted to read quickly. Just one sentence. This said corruption and economic advancement are complementary programs. Failure in one leads to depression in the other. So, and they wanted me to tell Mame that, look, your pronouncement tonight means that you've given up on the GNB region, and Liberians should give up on the region. Because if you give them for corruption, you're not going to be able to impact the country in any way, because corruption is going to strangulate any of the other things you're trying to do. Now, I am not going to go into
Can you hold right there? Let me give I beg you. Mame, you want to is it true, Mame? Because I'm looking into what Clinton is saying though. So, if you cannot fight corruption, everything else that's your move.
So here's the thing, Clinton will trap yourself. If you go back and see George Weah anti-corruption record, he didn't fight corruption, but you don't want to say he was the best president. So how do you reconcile that? George Weah did not fight corruption in Liberia, but you say he was the best president. So chew your own cake.
Well, when you say George Weah didn't fight corruption, we can have a debate on the corruption fight. We have to come prepared to have that discussion. If you want to have that discussion.
Wait. You were there with we got people listening to us. Don't give us that blah. You want to go do research now? Mame, how can this guy say he's not prepared?
If you're saying if you're saying George Weah did not fight corruption, let's come back and have the conversation. Maybe put it on tomorrow, and we'll come back and tell you how George Weah fought corruption. I don't believe that George Weah did not fight corruption. Was George Weah 100% administration? I will be the most disingenuous person in the history of Liberia to tell you that the CDC government was 100%. There were challenges. The CDC government had challenges. We admit to that. But you cannot uncut the progress of the CDC government, even in the eras of
But let's see what they do real quick. Doesn't mean that Joel can come back because Mommy said we are saying that Joseph Baga is not fighting corruption.
Look, absolutely. Give me a chance. Look, whenever you talk to any, as a student of political science, whenever you talk to any political analyst, when you make predictions for elections, you look at the numbers from the last election, right? I just have to look back at that number and tell you the chances. The same reason why Mommy is saying that Brandon Samuka is a strong contender, is a strong candidate. He won the last election before. Look, you don't need to look far. Just look back a few months and you'll be informed. Look at those numbers and come back and see whether, look, George Weah will contest in 2029, and George Weah is more than likely will win the next election, especially based on the failure of this administration. President Weah, the Liberian people not understand, and this is the best thing President Weah did when he quickly conceded and said, look, have it, and let's watch the show and see what happens. The Liberian people have seen in just 1 year, how good of the president George Weah is. And this UP, like Mommy,
we are talking about corruption here, Clinton. Stop playing around, okay? Mommy was straightforward. This is about Clinton. I beg you. Yeah, but let me finish with this now, Clinton. Right? Let's be fair to our people, right? We come on the show to give an honest opinion. I like the fact that you cannot tell the people, say, Joe, we are for corruption 100%.
No, not 100%. I mean, you.
Yeah, let's stick with that for a minute, though. George Manawe, the former president, right, have his own skeleton in the closet when you talk about corruption, as evidenced by everybody under his government to put on sanction. That was an international verdict on that. Am I wrong, Abula Mame?
You read my brother.
We can say no, I'm not asking Abula. I'm just getting the confirmation. I'm still speaking to you.
You read my brother. Government work for the to sanction that.
If we can go through this whole thing,
you have 15 minutes and just talk about sanction.
Go ahead. No, that's sanction. But go ahead.
Talk about. But I don't think we want to waste our time on that. Look. The Weah administration, the Liberian people understand they live on a Weah, they live on a Ellen, they are now living on a Boakai. In 2029, the Liberian people are going to be more than prepared to make a affirmative decision, and I'm confident that decision is going to be a re-election of George Weah. I have no doubt in my mind that the Liberian people will understand. They already understand in 1 year that the Weah administration did tremendously well. And I'm not saying here that the Weah administration was 100%. I believe that we could have done more. And I'm of the conviction, and I talk to people every day from the past government, and I say we could have done more. We'll do more. But what we can guarantee the Liberian people is the CDC in 2029 is going to be a much more advanced CDC, much more reformed CDC, a much more prepared CDC. Because this CDC, right, have had the opportunity to run the country for 6 years, have learned from some of the mistakes, and this CDC is ready to lead Liberia to the promised land.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to bring in Kev Hassan, guys. After Kev Hassan is asked, though, Mame will close this session. Then we'll go to the phone line and hear from you on this different factor. Today is a unique Friday, Sunday. We want to welcome all of you, all of our juicy story. We want you to come on Monday, tomorrow, when the bigger team is here. But let me ask you, Kev Hassan, nothing else. Blackmail, no fight against corruption. Is this a pathway to bring George Manawe back?
Yeah, of course, Mame said blackmail, right? This government in power is not fighting corruption. But you know how we fight corruption in Liberia? I want Isaac Do, Gamonde, and the rest of you to pay attention to what we're talking about. How can we fight corruption in Liberia? Number one, through the integrity institution. Am I correct? through the integrity institution. Since Liberia was born, George Manuel Weah is the first president that allowed the LACC to have power to prosecute. That's how you fight corruption.
Wow, cool.
You don't fight corruption. You don't fight corruption through talking and political this. It's by action. I dare anybody who can challenge me right now on the opposition side to say that it's not true. We brought Councillor Verdier here, who was LACC, and he praised that fight. I'm not talking about Jerome Verdier, I'm talking about the brother. We brought he praised that. George Manuel Weah strengthened the LACC. Integrity institution. That's the way you fight corruption. You don't fight corruption by talking plenty, passing around. Oh, we'll do it. Well, we'll do this. Go through the integrity institution and strengthen it to fight corruption. And this is why George Manuel Weah did. It's on record. It's there. And former LACC boss present to Councillor Verdier present on this network.
Thank you. Can I ask you a question, sir? Please. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
When did George Manuel Weah strengthen out LACC? When?
During his
what year?
During his tenure. During his tenure.
What year?
During his tenure. During his tenure.
Okay. So you don't know the year.
Hey, my man, I don't know why you.
No, my man.
I said during his tenure. I said during his tenure.
But without forcing, brother. Don't force
I said during his tenure.
So
the question you should be asking.
No, don't tell me the question I should ask.
What should be debating on? What government strengthening
so
institution?
Okay,
it's not about you do it year one. You do it year two. What government strengthening our integrity institution? George Manuel Weah in the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you, Kev. So you finished, right? And allow us to ask you questions. We're having a quiet show. We're not fussing. Number one, I just asked you. Ono, maybe you will say the third.
It's 10 years. So you want to say, I know what you want. Oh, why you do it for a year? Why you do it a single year?
We cannot talk like this, though. Let me ask you your answer.
So like intended because I was about to give him the day, but he knows the day. He's trying to come from here.
Don't mind. You want to say when you gave the day, he will tell you why you do it this year, why you do it that year.
But Kev, let me serious. Let me serious. But Kev, let me serious. Hold on. Okay, so we cannot have the conversation the way you want us to have the conversation. So before I go to Isaac, though, Mama, let me bring you in, right? Because it's like 3 to 2.
Why you told me Isaac to go to Mama?
I will go to Isaac. Isaac, though, wasn't scheduled to come on today. He just waiting. So, Mama, let me ask you a question real quick, right? They want to boast about LDCC. At the end of John Weah tenure, he brought about this LDCC Wahala, right? And believe it or not,
they ask you for the time. Why you just show him the time? Then he talking, then you forget.
We cannot have a conversation like this. Just go on Google, you will find it.
That was the end of his tenure. It was
This is the way you can have this is the way you can have conversation that's not good. We are not playing here. We are speaking to a lot of people, Kev. I beg you, give us time. I just want to bring Mama in because folks saying they want to know. People are following us, they want to know. Don't get vexed, Kev. Mama, the whole LDCC changes on a Cloud Mountain. We were here on the show, yeah. Samuel Toy came to defend it. James Roger came to defend it. We brought in the Nigerian guy, how you call him, who was a former chair, Wamadiki. We brought him in. So,
I want you to ask them, let it show you the year.
They can do it. Careful, not do it.
No, but listen, right? I was just doing a little bit of research on the time, and something interesting caught my attention when President Weah spoke about giving the LACC prosecutorial powers. This is what he said: "Give LACC powers, we have nothing to hide. And this was in 2022. In 2022. Hold on now. You know, the thing is, you can't be cutting off like that. It doesn't. Kev made a very important point. When you fight corruption, you just don't do it by words, you do it by strengthening the institutions. The government has a lot of competing priorities. It should not matter that the president, mind you, the president could not, by a stroke of pen, right, give the LSCC prosecutorial powers. It goes through the legislature. However long it took to go through the legislature, the president got it done, which means the LSCC now has the power, as Mame can be trying to prosecute even the president himself, right? And other president said we have nothing to hide. Give LSCC power, and he achieved that. Now, President, we have set the foundation for fighting corruption. LSCC
so thank you, Governor Clinton. Thank you, Councillor. You see, Councillor, thank you very much. You see, our problem, Mame, because we're going to brother acid though, we are going into an election year. Joe, we are whether the school of political point, right? After they have gone, your way now. But let's tell you that very people they say your way. After they have gone, Mame, Samira will call it build all his mansions, right? After they have gone, Samuel Twitter have done all his yama. But they can go back.
That point you're making cannot be a strong point because the president is no more in power and the LSCC still have no power.
They can go back.
They still have no power to prosecute.
What step is going for using the power like
we shouldn't talk like this. I beg you, my brother. I said, though, please come in. The Mama will close this session.
Well, thank you, and nice to be on. It's a real great discussion, I must admit. These, in my mind, are the discussion that matter to our country, and I would kind of hope you just give me my time to make my own point, contribute my own opinion, and then we should be good. So it's a good thing to hear all of you finally give up already on President Boakar's fight against corruption. So we are not going to dwell on that since you've already admitted that President Boakar cannot fight corruption. Your question, though, Stanton, if this presents any opportunity for President Weah to return, or it is one of the pieces that will present not just an opportunity, more than an opportunity for President Weah to be re-elected president in 2029. Now, I want to give my own opinion from two angles. One, what was said, and two, what was done. But let me first off start with my brother Mame, who said from his reasoning earlier on that President Boakar is paying the central bank governor, and President Weah paid central bank governor too. So though President Boakar is doing wrong, it does not mean President Weah did right. Well, that is individual's perception. Let's look at the fact. President Weah's government did actually take CBL governors to court for corruption fight. Before President Weah was coming into power, he did not accuse CBL governors of corruption. President Boakar government did. When President Weah took power, he actually carried on action that shows a person fighting corruption. In addition to that, President Weah did not appoint an acting governor when he suspended another person and negotiated at the back after accusing the person he appointed for corruption to pay them off. President Boakar did. So the onus now is on President Boakar to prove what he said, not President Weah. President Weah didn't do any of the things that President Boakar is doing. Next to that, when you were to go out there, what are the things available for us to see the fight against corruption? Now, not exclusive. One of the pieces is the MCC scorecard. If you were to go to the MCC scorecard, President Weah government did pass control of government every year when he was president. In addition to that, what are the actual actions that he took? There were allegations of corruption at EPA under President Weah. President Weah took action. There were allegations of corruption at her National Housing Authority. President Weah took action. Even at the executive mansion, there were allegations of corruption from one of his own closest servants. He took action. Those were the real act. Now, these are the facts. Let's look at what said. One of the things said, oh, George Weah government was corrupt, was the issue of 16 billion. Did 16 billion actually lost? No. The next thing was, oh, George Weah government corrupt, was the issue of 25 million. Did anybody actually spend 25 million? No. The other one was, oh, the coronavirus money they ate it. Did George Weah government manage coronavirus money? No. So the perception of what was said is different from the reality that was done. And I know again, we will say on President Boakai. President Boakai came to power with that notion of the king to fight. What he said was bad. And I end up on Stanton's point. He said George Weah rebranded the LECC when he was leaving power. No, Stanton. The bill was actually submitted in 2021 and the bill was passed in 2022. Plenty years before election came. I posted in the chat room when the bill was actually passed into law, 2022, but it was submitted in 2021, like in the middle of George Weah's term. Now, my brother, finally, Zambia would build mansions using Liberian people money. Okay. Samuel Toy built skyscrapers using Liberian people money. Okay. They are not in government anymore. The only person that is in government right now is President Weah. I'm President Boakai. Are we saying there is no evidence for President Weah's or President Boakai's government to confiscate Zambia Wolokoli's mansion that he built at the expense of Liberian government money? Is that what we really say? If you surely believe 100% that the country's money was used to build mansion, that is a crime. Now you are the government now with all of government powers. Are we saying Zambia Wolokoli's mansions are so gigantic that nobody can take it for the fact that you have all of the evidence and you know that he used government money? I don't think that is an argument that will resonate anyway. If you were in power, you can continue to parade that. The fact that you are there, you have no excuse whatsoever to keep going on with the same thing you said when you were in power.
Thank you very much, Asido. Thank you very much. We will be placing a call to Dr. Jidepo. He got some information and he should be appearing on Spoon tomorrow. Dr. Jidepo, you remember he's from the Panoramic Justice Group. Dr. Jidepo wrote so many documents to Chris Smith and other people against the Joseph Yuma Boakai government. He will be speaking tonight briefly, but he will appear by video on the show tomorrow with the Spoon Talk to talk to us about all of his discoveries and his complaint and what he asked the American government to do with this government. Let me say this to you, Mommy. Let's close on this thing. It's very important. A lot of us say I disagree with some of the things I'm hearing from Kevin Asido and Governor Clinton. The failure of President Boakai to fight corruption, something is so regrettable hearing from Mame. Blackmailing the GSC report for people who get out of job to put family members doesn't even give a chance to George Weah about coming back. That would be something that we will sit here and talk about. But let me end with you before we call Dr. Jidepo from the Panoramic Justice Group. Mame.
I will end right on where he ended. And that's why we keep reminding people. Boakai's mistake or Boakai's failure doesn't make we are right. It only means Boakai and we are failed. Therefore, Liberia needs a better leader. Go back to we are. Ellen was corrupt. They stole 200 million from Noka, she and her children. That was we are. I want to paint a picture of the consistency that makes what a Boakai failed that doesn't make we are right. They stole all the money from Noka because that's the argument now. Oh, because you say Samora stole, why you can't go after him? You say Samuel 12 stole, so why you can't go after him? The same reason that Boakai is now going after Tue, after Samora, after the rest of the other people who they accuse, are the same reasons we did not go after the people he accused. And will be the same reason he will not go after the other people that he accusing now when you give him power again. So let's go back to what he did. He said, they stole all the money from Noka, Ellie and her children. They took the money. He commissioned an audit, commissioned Noka. They presented him the report. He did nothing. You bring him back, you will do the same thing. Amara Kone stole all the money from finance ministry. Amara Kone that role. They came to power. Amara Kone, no persecution. They went to Ministry of Agriculture. They stole all the money from Ministry of Agriculture. Ellen was using it to make investment in her farm. They campaigned on that. They came to power. They did nothing to investigate corruption allegation at Ministry of Agriculture. They went to Maritime. Bien Keseli is using the maritime money. He get group in America. They can take the money and give it to them. When they came to power, they did nothing to Bien Keseli. So the same story he painting here for Boakai is the same story that they painted for themselves when they took power for 6 years. They did nothing. You bring them back, they will do the same nothing to fight corruption. You're talking about creating autonomy of giving power to LACC to fight corruption in 2022. When auditors were dying, after they died, that's when you gave authority. The people's eyes are open. It's not just policy document. You say you're using to fight corruption. Auditors died in course of duty. We saw it working out of it, nothing. At the Central Bank of Liberia, you pay the governor to leave so that you can appoint Talu. The same thing Boakai is doing. He pay another governor to leave so he can appoint a new governor. You appointed Patriot. Patriot misbehave. You ask him to resign and pay him off for the rest of the year. Patriot, in less than 1 year, you ask him to resign and pay him off in the rest of the year. 25 million mop up GSC contracted, all the audits available are there, all the reports are there. They misapply the resources. Over five institutions, totaling over 700,000. The other one totaling over 1.2 million. You included in the report an institution that received money. They told the GSC they received no money. Mop up, and you're talking about LD, who accused you of stealing money. It is your government that said the people stole money, and it is your government on that account that took the central bank governor to court. You took, but that was your closing and my closing. If you close again, I will close. You took the central bank governor and the deputy governor to court on the basis of the government indictment on them, not nobody allegation. You indicted them and took them to court on the account of the LD.
The man ran out supporting standard
But start interrupting the show. Let the brother talk about.
So 30 seconds, less than even 30 seconds. The same picture you painting here. Oh, Boakakana, why he can't prosecute Samora? Why he can't prosecute Samuel? It's the same thing. When we are king, why he didn't prosecute Eli? Why he didn't prosecute Rawaseli? Why he didn't prosecute Amara? Why he didn't prosecute Biekeseli? Because compromise in the fight against corruption. You bring it back, you will do the same thing.
All right, so this is very interesting, folks. No, guys, wait. Can't wait. Don't say nothing to me. Wait, man, we in flat. We have no show. Don't say nothing to me.
No, I just want you to, there's something I need you to pass along. I don't want to say something quick. please tell Mami that the auditor he talking about, Gifty, she was not auditor.
All
That
right. So
gentleman,
the only thing you
that
want to say.
gentleman, that
Okay.
gentleman has scammed that gentleman has
The
scammed.
national propaganda say the auditor died in the course of the duty.
Let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead. She was a sweeper. It doesn't matter, but she died, right?
Yeah, no, I don't want you to
Joey said I was a boyfriend and girlfriend thing they were on. So let's make progress here. I'm gonna before we go to the phone line, let me call Dr. Jitabo, and again, he's coming on the show tomorrow. Briefly, I'm gonna call him. Then from there, we have to go to the phone line with everything we are saying, folks. We got about 30 more minutes to spend with you tonight. We're having a very good show. Okay, Martin Cody will be coming on briefly too. I'm getting information, but let me bring in Dr. Jitabo right here. And again, let me bring in Dr. Jitabo real quick. He's going to answer us pretty soon. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, this is Stanton the Spoon Talk. I'm going to bring you on live. I know we have an appointment for you to come on the show tomorrow. But briefly, I'd like you, if you can introduce yourself. You are live right now. Please introduce yourself and let us know our expectation for tomorrow, because you'll be joining the Bigger Spoon Talk.
Okay, this is Dr. D. Katwig-Lepore, the Executive Director of Panoramic Justice Group in Maryland with satellite office in Washington, D.C. I will be coming on phone tomorrow to talk about the human rights abuses and violations that have been taking place in Liberia under the watch of President Joseph Boyka.
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry we lost you for a second. Your name again. How you pronounce your last name? I always mess it up.
My last name is Lepore.
Lepore, okay.
D. Katwig-Lepore, yeah.
Okay. And you are from the Panoramic Justice Group?
Yeah, I'm the Executive Director of Panoramic Justice Group.
Okay. So you will be appearing on Spoon to talk about?
To talk about the human rights violations in Liberia.
Okay, we got
abuses.
Yeah, but we have your document all on social media a few weeks back, and you were seeking hearing did with Chris Smith and other lawmakers here in Congress. I mean, can this be the last question? If you want to address it, I know you're coming tomorrow. Will you give on a date, a time? Will you give an appointment that you will be meeting them?
Well, once the appointment date is set, I will let you know. But so far, it will be in March next month.
Thank you very much. Like we said, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I know it will be a very, very interesting conversation. Thank you for calling in on the 101, sir.
You're welcome to my family.
You're welcome. So, Mama, before we go to the phone line in the politics, and I will bring you guys on Clinton, Kev, and I say you guys to talk. You've been following Dr. Giplor. He got an appointment coming out with Chris Smith in Congress. He's making some serious argument here. 30 seconds real quick, Mama. Are you concerned?
We looking forward to his America. Liberians in the diaspora have always been very supportive in terms of enforcing and ensuring good governance back home in the country. That is a pattern that we encourage. We don't want it to stop. We want it to continue. People on the ground hold government accountable. People abroad hold government accountable. So we welcome that. Institutions that are credible, responsible to do it, we encourage them to do it. That there have been questions around his institution. It would be good that he come on the show and address those issues. But the general concept of diaspora Liberians engaging into genuine advocacy for the transformation back home in our country is something we support, is something we encourage. So we're looking forward to hearing him, looking forward to his meeting, and what will be the outcome of those meetings.
Are you concerned about the organization? Are you concerned about the fight that he's about to take on? Even they got giving him audience, scheduling him for March to go for congressional hearing on Joseph Boyka government?
I mean, if that is what he's announcing, let's wait and see What will be the congressional hearing? What will be the outcome of the hearing? Some of these hearings, I mean, people go there and just say things and the people leave. I mean, what is he going to say? What are the strengths of the evidence he has? Is it just another, I mean, somebody want to be known, somebody want to say what they don't know about? Do he really have evidence? Like I read his letter. I saw him talk about ethnic cleansing in Liberia.
Yeah.
I mean, who in their sound mind will mention in this day and age ethnic cleansing in Liberia? You really mean ethnic cleansing in Liberia? If Chris Smith of all human beings looking at what you're reading and you're telling him there is an ethnic cleansing in Liberia, you think he will take you to be a normal human being? To tell him that there is ethnic cleansing in Liberia. Yes, there's corruption in Liberia. There's violence against people in Liberia. There's police brutality. There are issues around human rights violation. Plenty in Liberia. But to elevate it and say there is ethnic cleansing in Liberia, there's something abnormal must have been happening to you. So
okay, so that's what we're gonna wait, and it's good that he announced that he'll be here tomorrow. We just can't wait to have him. Governor Clinton, I know we'll come back to our own discussion. What do you make about that Jedabo?
Look, I think we on this platform, everyone in Liberia, we follow for the last 12 months what's been unfolding in the country. There's no doubt there's been a lot of abuse of power, lots of human rights abuse, and I'm glad that Mohammed put aside the ethnic cleansing thing and agree to that. A lot of breaking of the rule of law from the highest level of the government. So I know Isaac compiled a whole list the other time of mysterious deaths in Liberia. And so it will be important for such meetings to, continue to go on. And look, even I, as a person who've been interested in meeting with congressional leaders, and I've said that the flagrant violations of the constitutions and laws of our country, it requires that we talk to our international partners with influence on our country to put some pressure on the Bouakai administration, especially when we talk about how the government has been very disrespectful to the opinions of the Supreme Court. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, you guys were here talking about the DMC agreements and other kind of thing, and the Minister of Justice on the President's directive. Despite the Supreme Court call for conference, we know, the Supreme Court ruling in the legislative matter and the speakership, and we know how the executive. So there's just been a whole lots of issue when it comes to governance and abuse of human rights. People in police custody unlawfully, without access to lawyers, allegations of torture. And I think, it is important that we have Liberians who are concerned about those things and who are willing to reach out and talk to our partners about it. And I applaud, the executive director and his panoramic group. And I hope they keep pushing, and and hopefully we can have some people listening and to pressure the Bouakai administration to live up to the promises it made to the Liberian people.
Okay, so Kev, let's hear you on this. I mean, he's coming tomorrow. It's going to be a big deal because we're going to grill him. But let's hear you. All right, step in the right direction to you.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. And a few weeks ago, I talked about ethnic cleansing on the platform. We have the tip. I will be trying to reach out to the DAC and supplying with that tip. That he's in Maryland. I'm in Maryland. I will try to team up with him. If some of us will have to testify towards what happened in Liberia, we would do it. I will surely reach out to him and supplying that tip. It's not only the ethnic cleansing. Joseph Human Boka is targeting his opponents. He is targeting his opponent.
Kev, what is ethnic cleansing?
So what? If Isaac, he asked me a very good question. Thank you.
Yeah.
If Stanton could play that tape that I gave him on the show that will explain the ethnic cleansing. If you could play it from his voice, we have it. So I will supply him with that tape, and I will go and I will do all my best and fight him. Fight with him. Is in Maryland, and we also know that he fighting his opponents, and by evidence, by supplying one of the key a spokesman, which is Ambula Effective, to come out and fight an opponent. And even though his opponent with and Mame admitting that they're using the audit report to blackmail, we are talking about a key a spokesman from the rescue mission. Ambula, he said it on the trusted network.
Please correct that. I'm not spokesman for rescue government. Please.
My man, let me finish.
I'm not spokesman for rescue.
I mean, you're running away now.
I'm not running away.
Okay, let's stick to the conversation now, please.
Yes. So,
no, but I think we can call people call CDC people all the time. What's wrong with calling you spokesman?
So let me finish, Mommy.
Come on, Mommy.
But we will provide.
When you speak for the government all the time, when you come on this platform, that's the only thing you do is speak for the government. So
exactly.
You're speaking for the
government. We will provide the tip of Ambula Mame and speaking to the Liberian people that this government is using the audit to blackmail his opponents, their opponents. So we will provide all the tips. So I will reach out. I have got this tip, and I will reach out, and we will fight this. And trust me, I will be on the forefront with this gentleman. I will team up with him, and we will fight this, and we will show.
All right. So let's bring it. Though we got to go back. We got to go back to the conversation. I say, Jedabo will be on the show tomorrow, and you will be on the show. Are you concerned about this major accusation he's presenting to the U.S. government?
Well, it's not just about being concerned about accusations, though. It's about looking at the facts of the accusation. You know, initially, when this came up, our friends from the rescue camp were on Facebook doing everything they could to say the group was a fake group. Initially, they said the address was wrong, the group is not legitimate, but this is a group that is incorporated in the state of Maryland County with license number D25618380. You can use that and check them up. If you have any legitimate or business search system, you will see how they are. And today, we are hearing the group is scheduling sometime in March to meet Congressman Smith. In my mind, it is a right step in the right direction. But my focus now is about the legitimacy of the accusations labeled in his report. And I quickly want to just throw light on few. In the report where he says human rights violation, he cited specific instances, dates, names, and gave reference. One of the things he talked about, he said on February 5, 9-year-old Moses Vasily was found dead. Is that lie? He posted a link on it. February 28, Bangali Kamara and Esa Masale were both shot and killed by police. Is that lie? March 2024, March 12, Franklin Darko. Is that lie? So all of these things are things that I even spoke of the last time. Now, forget about the issue of if he would meet or not. Let's look at what's in his report. Is that lie? In my mind, it is not. And I don't know if I will have another chance. Stanton, please let me just end on this for 2 seconds. I know it's the discussion we are already having. I wanted to read this to my brother or Mami. Like we said, there is a difference between the perception of propaganda and the reality that are facts. Let me read you a fact. Mami, the GAC report on the so-called 25 million mop-up, page 8, section 1.5.3. It says the funds used for the mop-up, US 15 million direct mop-up and 2 million auction to total Liberia, total 17 million. Mame, this is GAC's report. This is the fact. Like we've said, 25 million was never used in mop-up. 25 million was announced, but of that amount, only 17 million was used. So there's always a difference between the voice and the fact. If you want to check it again, GSC report, page 8, section 1.5.3, it is there for you.
Thank you very much, Isaac. So to our fellow Liberians, I will say this too. Okay, my man, we didn't see 25 million, but we only see 17 million. Is that our argument?
You can twist your words.
Is that our argument?
You need to correct
okay, my man. We didn't take the 25 million. Don't say we take 25. We only take 17, my man. The other 8 million that we know where it at. But you stole the people money. I mean, what kind of argument you want to sell here?
We can go in a second discussion.
Let's do it one at a time. I beg you.
Are you feeling to your friend again, talk?
Yeah, let's talk about beg you. But I ain't feeling your own. Let me do my own. Yeah, that was
or the last person. So when we're talking on it, I will talk again or later.
No.
You can't run
the show. You can't run the show. You can run the show, beg you. But my fellow Liberians, right? We're coming to you, right? I know we have Diaspora tomorrow. I want us to open it up. Nelson, can you come on, right? Well, how can CDC sell this? Your B712 for 25 million for SSI. But my Liberian people, it wasn't 25 million, 712 and STO. It was only 17 million. Does that make sense in their own argument?
So can you tell this
because no, my time to finish, but let me finish. Let me enjoy myself. I can wait for all of you to finish. Let me talk.
No, but I need 30 seconds.
No, I'm not. Yeah, but let me finish. I beg you, Kev. Don't interrupt us. Yeah, Kev, please. Nelson, can you come on? So, Mami, I'm addressing this to you, right? Because Governor Clinton, Kev Hassan, said they are all sedition. But here's the biggest argument. And that's why sometimes I look at them and I shed tears. They are telling you, our fellow Liberians, that Samuel Twe and President Ware government never stole 25 million. Because the international people who brought in the country say it wasn't 25 million they took away. You listen. So I give it to them. It wasn't 25 million. How much were you? Ask them.
They said I was 17, no problem.
They said, no, stop, I will come to you, man, way back. Let me enjoy myself.
You know what I'm about to say?
Stop. Don't do this, man. I beg you. I'm telling you, stop, man. You don't have to interrupt me. So, they say, une. You know, when they put une, it means nothing. They say, une 17 million. How can you celebrate that you stole from the Liberian people only 17 million? How? Must that even be an argument? How can my friend Asset do claim just me way back? How can my friend Asset do come and say, Mommy, you lie? Look at the report. You said 25 million, you're in error. The only thing the report said was 17 million. Ergo, man dry. The people said that they didn't take 25, they take only 17. Isn't that concerning? They are justifying the stealing. That it wasn't 25, it was 17. Isn't that concerning? They're saying because they didn't take 25, they take 17, so you're going to bring your way back.
Okay, Stenton, can I come in?
No.
Let me argument on the thing. It was not 25 or
but
17.
You gave him a time, right? No, but you gave him a time.
No, you're not getting it. I'm just saying I waste my time.
I agree with y'all.
Let's go.
I just want you, and I beg you, Nelson, cut the part of the clip, right? Put it on all our pages. What Asa said. It wasn't 25 million the government stole. It was only 17 million. And let the Liberian people read it and decide. It's very important. It wasn't 25 million. It was just 17 million, not nothing. If you want to hold us, you hold for 25 million. But we only take 17.
Yeah, but Stenton, let me come in now.
If you're saying we're joking, let's go to
the full line. Let's go to the full line. Let's go to the come back, then we argue. When you come back, we argue. I beg you, but let's
go. Not 25 or 17. Let's go for
it. You agree, right? My man, you agree?
I agree. I say it was 17. Let's go.
Let me go forward, man.
Nelson, go to the full line.
You see how you
Nelson, go to the full line. Nelson, go to the full line. Let us the Liberian people.
You see how you guys keep embarrassing yourself?
Nelson, go to the full line. Bye. We're feeling bad. We're going to the full line. Let me bring it back. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
No, Junior, and I call you from Connecticut.
John, welcome to the show, my friend. How you doing today?
Doing very well. Well, let me be very honest and say I'm a supporter of the current government. But am I happy about the way things are happening in the country? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But does that give any reason for us to think about Joshua coming back? No. This is a guy who does not even understand himself. There's no country in this world that would think about Joshua for presidency. For God's sake, we would rather have a third party, but not Joshua. Thank you.
Again, hence, thank you very much, folks. The number to call 609-649-4206. The Liberian number is +0555-101075. Go ahead to the phone line, Nelson. Let's take some calls. Let's listen to the Liberian people. And again, you follow the show. Allah was said today. Ellen L. Johnson, it's good to see you, my sister. Let's go to the phone line, Nelson.
Yeah, good evening. You're live. Let's hear you.
This is David King, the co-chair for recruitment and mobilization of the National Response and Defense Team, Provost Defender. I join you from my Smith resident this evening. Now, although they say that George just stood from the article $17 million, the quote unquote $25 million mop up that you people said George Weah took the money and gave it to Samuel Pruitt and he divided on money exchanger. That was not true. These were some of the lies that the Unity Party concur against the people of Liberia that made them to come to power today. They are sitting all over the place and they have nothing to say. Stand on. Let me say this to you. All what was said about you that you admitted to. So how much did you steal from the people in America? Can you tell us that? Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Go to the next one. Nelson, without you take the next call.
Marguerite.
Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Quick to the point. So if the people are talking about 25 million, so 22 million on the road issue, and the people said 9 million. So let the CEO try to bring out to program 22 million.
Good argument. Very good argument. Good argument from him. Nelson, you're low. We're not hearing you, Nelson.
Hello?
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Please walk away from the radio, please.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Clerchy, and I call from the RIA community close to the president's residence.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say to those who support the current regime, I was one of those who put my ballot paper into the box to bring this president to power today. But everything that we see today, like is certifying, and that the president must account for everything he's done, including his role play in the dismantling of our national legislature, specifically the House of Representatives today.
Thank you.
This government must give an account.
Thank you very much. Let's read it and take another person. Hello.
Hello, Nelson. How you doing?
Yes, it's good to have you. Let's hear you, sir.
All right. So it's so laughable. You know, I'm a supporter of the ruling party of the current government, but let me be honest with the Liberian people. First of all, I'm sorry, my name is Ama Ekafu. I'm calling from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
It's not because the Union Party government failed that gave the upper hand to former President Weah coming back to power. If the Union Party government failed, the both of them got to go. We need another phase to come. We tried to both of them and they didn't perform, so let it go. No other city.
Let's read it and take another person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm Stephen Kamara calling from St. of Monrovia, Liberia.
Go ahead.
You know, the thing I love since Stanton, he appeared like a judge. When his client explained, he accepted. But the other judge, when a client talk anything, he play phone. That's how I look at him. He himself is Muhammad. Anything Muhammad say, he accept it, and then he go ahead with it. The problem I got with him, there's a reason why the brother report on the GSC that page that GSC quoted about the GSC said that 17 million that they talk about. The GSC said it was misused or it was corrupted. That's a fact. So you see, that's a fact. If JC have come out to say, oh, the 17 million, it was not 25, but that 17 million, the 17 million judge, we have government see it, then he got a right to say, oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's leave it there and take another person from this line.
17 million. But you know, I don't understand.
Hello? Your name and where you call from? Let's hear you.
This is Mr. Lamy. I'm calling from UAE, Dubai, Prashad this morning.
Yeah, please go ahead quickly.
Yeah, when you talk about corruption, that other women are sitting down on that platform say they better corrupt me. Give myself.
But call the people out. Don't let Nelson, don't let them take that ride. Yeah.
CEO.
You forget call the people on, man.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Let me take another one from here while you adjust yourself, Nelson. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Kyle Johnson. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Talk to us, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, how you doing, Stanton? Oh, yeah, on the topic today, I'd rather George we are come back to Liberia because Joseph Nwankpa got failed us, and we need development. And right now, we can't see nobody that will talk about what they're going to do. It's the best time for them to talk about what they're going to do if they want to be the head usher or to be a president. So for me right now, we'll rather let George we go back. We'll see he ain't doing nothing, but now Buckeye is not showing us anything.
Thank you very much.
For we are coming. Thank you, Stanton.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Let me take another one. Your name and where you joining us from? Your name and where you joining us from? All right, let me take another one. Your name and where you joining us from?
Yes, Stanton. I'm Phil Miller calling from Dallas, Texas.
Talk to us, sir.
Yeah, you know, I'm just sick and tired of the politician killing and destroying the lives of our people. Because this so-called rescue team came to power to rescue the Liberian people, and we see so much corruption. That's why I don't like to hear what Mehmet can be talking about, because he supported the rescue team, and he was against the past government. He needs to speak truth to power. As a true patriot of Liberia, you need to stand on the truth. We can only build Liberia if we speak the truth for our nation. We cannot continue to destroy our nation, and that's why I love Stanton, because Stanton stands by the truth. He keeps speaking. He was supporting Joseph Walker, but he's speaking against the wrongs that is taking place within the government. The same way he spoke against the past government. And we have to stand up for our country. Today, people are standing up for their country, for America. Trump is standing up for America. Why can't we stand up for our country and build our nation so that we all can go back?
Thank you. Thank you. Let me take another one. Your name and where you joining us from?
This is Godfrey Dua. I'm here in the U.S. So when it comes to the issue of President Bwaga and George Weah, no sound-minded person will want to, if you see George Weah and President Bwaga today for election, will go for Joseph Bwaga. Because Joseph Bwaga fooled us. Everybody supported him. Has he delivered in the first 1 year? No. Under Joseph Bwaga, our capital building got burned. Under Joseph Bwaga, the Supreme Court has been disrespected. Under Joseph Bwaga, we don't even have a legitimate speaker. Under Joseph Bwaga, all his ministers, they all control their own orders, including the Minister of State. So Joseph Bwaga is not in control. So when you tell me any gentleman like George Weah who serve and probably maybe realize a mistake, if you got George Weah and Joseph Bwaga today, who you going to go for? I would prefer George Weah. If that Joseph Bwaga and George Weah, I would prefer George Weah because I feel like he has learned, he still got strength as a young man than to carry an old man who does not understand what he's doing in other people in the government.
Thank you very much, my friend. Let me take this one. Your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, good evening. This is Dr. Marcel. I'm calling from.
Doctor, talk to us, sir.
Santon, you're not fair to Mama over there. You got 3 CDC against. Hello?
Yes, sir. We're hearing you.
Yeah, you got 3 CDC against 1 unity party. they are really ganging on him. But anyway, the truth of the matter is.
Are you done, sir? We can hear you.
No, I'm not done. Actually, George Weah and Waka are not the point of contention right now. We want you to understand that Waka government.
So you got to stop listening to what you listen to and talking to the phone, please.
Okay.
We'll come back to you. If you call, turn your computer or your TV off and listen to the phone. Wait. Your name and where you joining us from? Hello?
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am. Yes, talk to us. Your name?
Yes, my name is Lena, and I want to take part on the show.
You are on the show. Can you talk to us, please?
Okay, I'm listening to the show. I'm listening to you and Mohammed. You all told the Liberian people that Joseph Baga was the best person that was going to fight corruption to the better. And now you're trying to escape because he's not fighting the corruption. Now you're trying to bring George Weah, everything that he put in place concerning the corruption case. That's Joseph Baga. Corruption. In fact, what Alcedo was saying, he didn't say they stole 17 million. Y'all been running around saying the past government stole. Now you're in fact, why you give tips to the Liberian people that they stole the money that your rain campaign on. You're not standing by your promises that you made to the Liberian people and you want to be blaming George Weah. That is unfair to the Liberian people. Mommy, you want to be saying every time they kill auditors, you know how many people dying over there right now? You should be concerned about the people that are dying now. More people dying under the government, more than the past government. But you keep scratching every time you will say, oh, auditors die, auditors die. What about the other common Liberians that die? Your government there now.
So what's your name again?
My name is Lena, like I said.
Lena, you're calling from New Jersey, right?
I'm calling from New Jersey.
Thank you very much.
The government just announced that the pilot for JFK, the people should go and take it. You're not even speaking about that. You keep talking about auditors. What? So you want to tell me the other Liberians that die, they're not in fighting? Is that why I'm trying to tell Liberians?
Thank you very much, Miss Lena.
You're not brave to tell them that they're not doing their job.
Miss Linda, thank you for joining Spoon tonight. We really love you too. Yes, Mama, thank you. Let me bring in someone else. Your name and where you joining us from? Yeah, can you lower the volume of your television or something, Noah?
Yes, I've done that. Thank you.
Mama, you're getting a feedback. You got to turn your stuff that you wash it off.
Oh, okay. Let me turn it off. You can hear you now?
Yes, you're good. What's your name and where are you joining us from?
I'm Dr. Masale. I'm calling from Maryland. I just came to see. Thank you, Stanton. We actually appreciate your show. But you're not fair to Mohammed. Mohammed is actually the only one against the 3 CDC. But the corruption in Liberia is just too much. Waka or Joe Weah, they are all corrupt. Because I don't see any remedy now except you, Stanton, come back to Liberia and change the system. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. We'll talk later, Doctor. Thanks a lot. Again, welcome to the one-on-one. Everybody, welcome to say their own your name and where you joining us from.
This is James calling from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, go ahead, Brother James.
I see a lot of CDC calling the cleaning that going on in Liberia. If somebody go kill your brother or kill your sister, it's not the government. But the auditor die is the government. We're looking about many people that are dying. We're talking about small people that die in the corner. And sometimes they come, I said, those say, police people in Kakata. Police people in realize we were related to Akara Bay, brother. You know all those stuff. They're not only police people. But if you kill people everywhere,
I don't think you should encourage somebody who call like small people that dying, man.
I think you should call up that name. That is very disrespectful.
They talking about they are people that they were killed by their own people. Then that baby, where his son came, is that the government responsibility? It's not the government responsibility. But we're talking about auditor.
Let me ask him where he got evidence that the government killed the
The government killed the auditor. We know about it because the death from auditing the government.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's auditing the government, so they won't going to be fair with it. But if somebody kill a sister or kill a brother, is that government responsibility?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Somebody can be that stupid.
I mean, Kev, watch your language, man. Let it call a call, man.
Let me take this one person that is calling.
Man.
Let me take this one person. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I said go ahead.
Yeah, I don't like taking people though. Hello.
Sorry, hold on 1 minute, my friend. I said go ahead.
Yeah, hello. You said what's your name again, and please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Spoon. Good evening, CEO. Good evening. I say we try calling on the CEO number, but nowhere. Thank you for having me the time. My name is Darius, joining from Carway. CEO, I want to use this time to appreciate you for Spoon Network. I mean, you did everything in your power and your strength to make sure that the rescue government comes to actually rescue our people. Today, the trend that you have taken to put the country first over the interest of individuals in the UP rescue government, we want to say thank you for that. You are not alone. Today we see Martin Colley and others who fought for the rescue mission. They are not actually going against the rescue mission. It is because Waka and the rescue people are not living up to the promises they made. The propaganda they use to come back to power. Today, like I said, don't say you can lie to get to power, but you cannot lie to continue to govern. Mommy should take you from all of you who are those ones that brought rescue government, and today they are letting the mommy should gravitate to follow suit. All of you on that show, we want to see the betterness of this country. Mommy should put the country first over the little 2 or 1,000 you're getting, and speak truth to power.
Thank you very much. Again, thank you very much. I don't know how you know Mommy getting 1,000. On my line, Nelson, let's take Kwame from Liberia, then we'll come back here. Yeah, hold on, Nelson. Your name and where you joining us from? You've been patient. What's your name?
Yeah, CEO, my name is Alfred D. Cowboy.
Alfred, talk to us, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much for the show. And you know, the last time I called and I asked you, I said, I see the way you speak passionately about Liberia. What I turned to notice about Liberian politicians is that, especially the opposition blocks, when you are outside of government, you turn to see a whole lot. When you enter government, you start to suffer from what we call cross eyes, right? When it comes to George Weah and Joseph Boakai, what Joseph Boakai is doing right now is those are the mistakes that we expected to see George Weah making, because one, George Weah did not have such experience as these people claim they have. Joseph Boakai have. And then most of the people that came under George Weah government, they were people that never had governmental experience. So some of these missteps that we see, we expected to see those things happen. But when you have a government that boasts of experience, and see, your experience matter in anything you do. People that boast of experience, and you see the way the country is going. Joseph Boakai has completely squandered, and he continues to squander the Liberian people resources here and there. Look at the embarrassment on the
Alfred, let's wrap it up. I know one day we'll bring you on the show. Let's wrap it up, brother. We squeeze against time. Yeah.
So thank you very much. See you in closing. The reason why I gravitated towards people like Yaka Koruwa and you, because you guys brought a government, and you guys are not silent. And that's the kind of thing that we need in Liberia. We need a leader that has a political will, but Joseph Boakai does not have any political will.
Thank you, my brother. And I know I will talk to you soon. Guys, Nelson, don't go to the phone line yet. Let's wait 1 minute, Nelson, right? Let me ask people here. And forget about what we just discussed briefly. Let me ask you, Mommy, I want to start with you. listen to the quarters. Whether they attack us personally or not, do you think the people have made up their mind with Joseph Boakai yet? Whether we take calls from Liberia or on the international front, are they that angry with President Boakai performance in 1 year that they done? I'm not saying they're going to join. That's not what I'm saying. Let's stick this on Boakai performance in 1 year. Do you think the people have a change of regret? Yeah, Mommy?
I don't think they have regret. What I think they're doing is they are challenging the government to do more. When you conclude, I mean, listen to them. They're saying the president promised to do this, he's not doing it. That's an expression of, I mean, wanting him to do more.
Isn't it an expression of regret? Because listen, my papa promised to buy me a bicycle, but no, he didn't. And past Christmas, and here we are. Listen, these people are saying that the president, the expectation was like this for black.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Yeah. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. So, civil servants whose salary increase are not disappointed. They know that something has been added to their salary. They're not disappointed. Take that into consideration. You see what I mean? Homes that are being connected to water, they're not disappointed. Water in Bapulu now. The people call from there and tell you they get water, they're not disappointed. Generally, like I said always, there are fundamental issues that the president needs to address. We've highlighted them. The callers are reiterating and emphasizing that to President Boakai, and he needs to listen to them.
Yeah, but Mame, my question, I know I gotta push here, Mame.
Yeah, but you see, you pushing me now, you pushing me on the caller. Don't forget about the last conversation we had. There's a lot of clarity we need to make there.
No, we will. I just want us to rest a little bit on the caller thing. Real quick, 30 seconds, guys. Mame will make those clarifications in our closing. I want to say thanks to all of you that joined us on. Your contribution matters a lot. We'll do another round of call. We still got 19 more minutes to go. Clinton, I'll give you 1 minute. I'm watching the class. Listen to the callers. What are you calling sedition callers or UPS caller or imposition or no position? Again, the people are making a strong argument. I'm seeing let down. I'm seeing frustration. I'm seeing regret, expectation low. What are you seeing from these callers?
Well, the many of the callers are mamas, the mamas of this world who a lot of the people say we supported the Boakai regime and he's letting us down. So when Mama say he doesn't see regret, when he says that the president, the number one thing to do to transform Liberia to fight corruption, but he does not believe that the president has any intention of fighting corruption, that of course is frustration, so it's just what the callers are saying. A lot of the people who supported this president are disappointed, and some of the callers are saying yes, because we have made some mistake, but we expected that. We saw a lot of inexperience coming in, and this is why going forward in the next beyond 2029, if the reaction come back, we keep the blood. But these people have been there 12 years. They had experience. This was a vice president for 12 years. Now become president, and this is where we're saying we have so much fit, and we have been let down. So I see a lot of frustration, and I think the Liberian people are very, very quickly shifting away from the Boakai regime.
Kev, let's talk to you. Your 1 minute, Kev. What do you think? I'm not talking about whether these are passed for George Weah. I'm just talking about the shifting away, the regret, the lower expectation. And just talk to me. What you heard from the callers today?
Well, this
now,
is
maybe I can add this to you. Maybe Jerry, maybe I would say we put callers on the line.
Yeah, but this is consistent to what the polling that Spoon Day, Red Light, and Douala Market and everywhere is very consistent to that. Since been in this business for long, we understand when they start to call like this, that is the beginning and the end of your regime. And so when folks hear Mami saying water in Bapulu, well, some roads in Bapulu That car can't even go there. So I don't know how water get there. When you hear that he's saying to his own people, and he's saying water is in Bapulu. Well, roads. So I don't know how Mo Ali get there. Maybe he fly. And a private jet is a thing of this government now. They can fly to the country then maybe. But how can you speak of water in Bapulu that no roads in some area? Even during the election, they have to bring the ballot boxes.
All right, so let me go to Isaac real quick. We'll come with our closing. Let me go to Isaac real quick. Isaac, the issue remains, something is happening here. On the international front and home, the people message remain consistent. Regret, frustration, lower expectation.
Yeah, so if you wanted to be a scientist to see through what is going on today, I beg you don't waste your time. You don't need to be a scientist to see. This is just consistent, like Kev said, with not only Spoon, OKFM, many other stations. The facts are there. Stanton, like I've always said, you can lie to win, you can lie in governance. Now, this is the thing. The reason for why things are going this way is because of the countless number of propaganda that was minted against George Weah, for which people voted against George Weah. And today, those same people are seeing through and say, I don't think what actually people said is the reality. I'm not saying there was absolutely nothing wrong, but the level at which people were being told. Just quickly, an example. How many people didn't believe that Jefferson Koji bought a house? How many people? It turns out it is Jeremiah Kuhn's house. How many people didn't believe, and we heard our brother, that auditors were auditing the government and auditors died? When the reality is, those auditors were auditing businesses for the government. Now, if these people hear the truth, they get disappointed. That's why you're seeing things this way, and it will only get worse.
So thank you very much. So guys, don't forget, we get Dr. Jada Bro coming tomorrow on the Spoon Talk. I do believe also we should be having Councilor Kabina Janet on the Spoon Talk tomorrow. Likewise, it's going to be interesting. They're going to be a big show, and we have something from how you call it, A.B. Kerman. There's activities going on that you wanted to break on the Spoon Talk tomorrow. Also, we hope to have it again, guys. I'm concerned. I care less when you insult me because I'm right in the middle of all these things. So it's okay. You can beat on me. That's fine. Right? I care less when you be personal, but I will always remain with the people. My support, my decision to into 2029, you will hear exactly where we stand. But the argument remains. In less than 2 years, I'm seeing sedition and UPITs. Independence, people sitting on the fence saying our expectation is low. My brother Mame calling for blackmail when it comes to the GAC report. People are blackmailed just to bring in family members. My brother saying that the president got nothing in him left to fight corruption. So we shouldn't even talk about the fight against corruption. What say you, my fellow Liberians? Is your expectation stay high? Is there still hope? Oh, Americana say, lower your expectation. Is this the time that Americana was talking about, to lower your expectation within the rescue train? Can we bring back Americana and say, yeah, you prophesied this? Should the Liberian people lower the, how low can we go? How low can we set the bar? That's why you come to Spoon Talk every day. Local corruption. Finance ministry, corruption. Foreign ministry, corruption. Executive mansion, corruption. NASCO, corruption. LRA, corruption. Commerce ministry, corruption. Somebody stop me. Somebody, I beg you, please stop me if you can. The legislature, massive corruption. Can somebody stop me or should I continue?
Continue.
So, if we continue, we sleep here. If we continue, we sleep here.
And we
But
have
for me, I'm
documents
okay
of
with
all
it.
these things. So what's your expectation? Did Bwaka let us down so fast? Or should we still have some hope? Don't tell me about John Manor we are coming back, because we can fight that all day. But did Bwaka let us down so fast? Very quickly too. Can anybody come and speak against it and say, no, this is not a letdown? And that's why you have this phone talk. We want to say thank you for joining us. We're going to close the show. We got 10 minutes. Everybody will be given the 2 minutes each. And I will make my man last, because we got 3 sedition. I'm the independent one here, and my man, I don't know who he's supporting now, but he will be last to go. So, Asido, you slow way in. So let me make you go first. You got your 2 minutes.
So, we are continuing on the same path that's making people disappointed today. My brother Mame, he said the civil servants that are seeing their salary increase. I want to give you this challenge. Please get one civil servant salary screenshot from them that increased from month to month and bring it on in the chat, not even on the show. I would personally apologize to you that you are the best. One civil servant salary that got increased from one month to the next month that you know of. You can put it on Facebook, you can put it in your anywhere you want to do it. Please bring it. These are the exact reasons why Liberians are frustrated, because of the consistency in telling them those things that don't exist. Yeah, the brother talking about salary increased. And then to the second thing, I know we are just summing things up. Thank God today, we managed now to set the record straight that 25 million wasn't used in mop-up. Before today, any person you ask, they will say 25 million was used. But today we all agree that that was lie. So we put it aside. Now let's go to the next one. I encourage everyone to kindly check GAC website for the report. Like we have consistently said. Things were 100%. The GAC did say there were systematic weaknesses in the process. I agree. How is that in comparison with someone stealing money?
Please pull it up for me.
But then I have something here I wanted to end on because I got 2 minutes. But then people are taking themselves at a stage where people will see them irrelevant. Listen, my people. George, we are built market. People say, oh, George, we are in Lamen market and nothing man or what? George or Bwaka coming, Bwaka will be a big market. Bwaka came, he didn't even build single. Then the same people will go there and say, oh, you know what? We like to your Bwaka fail. And but see, Bwaka fail, it means George we have read to. So George have failed to. So you vote for the other person. If you think Liberians are stupid, no, they are not. You will only believe in your mind that George will fail because of what you told the people, but the truth.
Thank you, Isaac. And I said, don't you go away, you got to hang with us because everybody got to close. Then we'll take 15 more calls when everybody close. Then we'll say goodbye. I want to bring you in, my brother Gamade Clinton. Your 2 minutes, sir.
Look, I said before, the Liberians people, they are aware of the two governments, but now they lived 12 years under UP, 6 years under the CDC. They are now enduring another, leadership of the UP. 2029 is going to be an important election, and the Liberian people understand. They know what the We administration can do. They're seeing what Bwaka will do, and they will make that determination in 2029. I'm confident that the CDC as a government has learned a lot from its 6 years of leadership, and we are coming back with a new, reformed, stronger CDC that is ready, willing, and you can see from how the CDC has changed within just 1 year. This is a government in waiting, and we're preparing to do just that. Look, I have no doubt that is going to happen in 2020 now. Look, now to the other issues, look, this Bwaka administration, Mama is right. They're not going to fight corruption. Not only that, they're not going to fight corruption. They are not going to do any of the other things that they said they are going to do. They came to power. Their focus is on breaking all the laws that you can think about. They want you all the most illegal means to put together a rogue regime by removing the speaker, by pushing away the central bank governor, installing their own people to be able to amass wealth in preparation of consolidating power for 2029. They are also moving now to the National Elections Commission. And that is where we are going to applaud people like the Panoramic Group, who are reaching out to our partners and starting to knock the doors and say, hey, you have to watch that something is happening here. And we are not going to allow that to happen in 2029. We had a free, fair, transparent election, conceded, and we are hoping that this is going to be a level playing field in 2029. And there's going to be all the consolidating that happening and the toppling of people that remove a speaker and to have grip over that national budget and all the tempering of the National Elections Commission. We're not going to allow that to just, continue to go on. Look, good show. Look forward to tomorrow with all the different things. We didn't have the time to talk about what's unfolding in the course, with the quote unquote awesome kid. Hopefully tomorrow we touch on that. I wasn't here yesterday when you talk about recalling, so I'll be here tomorrow to talk more about that. Thank you.
Thank you. Kev Hassan.
Thank you, CEO, for and having me. Let me say this. When you go to the close reports on 7.2.3, the close report, you will see where Isaac Joe said clear and message is clear that the Ministry of Finance don't deal with liquid cash. Was the central bank that deal with liquid cash, as if I think it was 2014, the same mop-up exercise by the Unity Party government. The central bank deal with liquid cash. Is there on the close report. And for folks out there who don't know the close report was the international team, was Americans that did the auditing and check and came out with the founding, consistent with the government founding. It's not Summitware, it's not the ministry. The finance ministry don't deal with liquid cash. But the reason why some of us will team up with this group is because some of the lies they told, we have to prove it. We have to prove. And because of the lies they told, and bundle up with the human rights abuse and the ethnic cleansing that going on in the country, we have to prove it. Look what's happening right now. Folks coming up with tips just to implicate the speaker, because they're illegally trying to remove the speaker, and they know they have a stumbling block internationally. They find a crime. And why? Let me say this today. I see a lot of people blaming the police chief, blaming this person. No, they're under the mandate of the president. The president said there's a crime, you got to find me that crime, that criminal. The president instruct them. This is what Idi Amin did. This is what all the tyrants in the world did. This president is a replica of people like the Idi Amin. That's what this president is doing. Find me something. There's a favorite tip that Idi Amin going around and say, this store, Malamula, you need a store, take it. You need a store, take it. We'll have that video. We'll show it. Take this store, take this. So this is what this president is doing. This president that we have now, what he's doing, the constitution is being suspended. He's not going with the constitution. He's ruling by decree. So what he's doing now, he instructing his police chief, find me crime, because he already said that. When the president speak, it's a policy. When the president speak, it's powerful.
Thank you, Kev. Thank you.
Stentor, just me one more video. He said 2 minutes. This is
Kev,
5:59.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. We got to bring in We got to bring in Mame. Thanks a lot. You had over 3 minutes.
5:59. I'm watching my video. 5:59.
Mame, make your case here, please.
I want to address the 16 billion and the mob up first, and then I will close. I sent you the letter from the minister.
So the power coming do it at 2 minutes. We all will look at it. After 2 minutes, we'll also.
You gotta stop, but man, I don't like this. No. You don't do this. Y'all want to leave, you can leave. Please let the man close. And when you just start, you want to interrupt it, please.
And they are three. They took 9 minutes. Don't be afraid, Isaac.
No, don't say that. Stand down. Don't tell me the man was with 3.
No. Just stop. I'm watching the clock. You don't do this, man. Please.
Stop.
We're not but I beg you, so the man have to stop.
This is 6 o'clock.
You don't do this, please.
Okay, so you show your end.
Go ahead, Mama, go ahead and make your argument, please.
You show your end now. Say you're afraid. Stanton,
Mama, go ahead.
Please put up the letter from the Minister of Justice on the LD. That is the Ministry of Justice signed by Musa Bin. This is what he said. Because they say we lie about money. This is what the Minister of Justice said. The Ministry of Justice hereby confirms that on August 8, 2018, a special presidential investigative team comprising investigators from Liberia National Police, National Security Agency, Financial Intelligence Unit were constituted and mandated to investigate information surrounding the arrival of containers and bags of money into the country. That is the Justice Minister. Pull it down and put all the Information Minister press release. The Information Minister released a press statement on the same thing. September 18, 2018, Eugene Nangwe. The government of Liberia has issued a national security circular advising persons of interest who are required to assist with ongoing investigation into circumstances surrounding the importation of Liberian dollars into the country. Take it down. That is the Information Minister, and he listed the people. They went one step further. They indicted the central bank governor, the deputy central bank governor, and took them to court. Nobody lied on you. That is your Justice Minister. That is your Information Minister. You indicted people. You took them to court. But the court being the court, we know they free them under you. Put the other one up, from up. The other report, what the other report said. Thank you. That's the other report. Page, what the page that stands on? Sorry, what the page?
You got page 19. I don't know. It's not too clear.
Page 10.
Page 10
of the other report. Findings: 15 entities listed by the CBL as receiving money, but indicated that they did not participate in the mop-up exercise. Total amount of money, $419,769. Central Bank said these 15 entities participated. These 15 entities, as per the GSE, say they did not participate. Go down to the next place. Entities, good. 27 of the other entities, totaling 702,000. That is the GSE report. Go down to the tier 152 entities that participated in the mop-up exercise record, but did not answer to or reply to our telephone calls. The central bank listed them as entities in the country who participated. The GSE checked for them. The GSE called them. The GSE did not find them. 52 entities. Total amount of money, 1.09 million. Stanton, please pull it down. That is the findings. Nobody lied on you. Here is my conclusion. Bwaka undermined the Supreme Court and not listening to the Supreme Court ruling. George Weah Supreme Court rule. George Weah did not listen to Supreme Court in the case of Asa Jackson. We go to Cabinet Janet. ECOWAS rule. He refused to listen to ECOWAS. CBL.
That 3 minutes now.
Yeah. I'll give him 5 minutes, please.
CBL. Let's go to CBL. The same CBL. Let's go to the same CBL.
Go ahead, brother.
Let's go to the same CBL.
This one?
No, I'm closing now. Okay. I'm closing on the premise that George Weah is not an option for the challenges the country has faced. If Joseph Boakai fails, it doesn't make Weah better. And these are the examples. Supreme Court ECOWAS rule. He refused to listen to ECOWAS. You want to challenge that? You go to CBL. He paid Nathaniel Patriot off. He paid the other governor off to be able to pay Talu. Joseph Boakai is paying Talu off to be able to bring in the other governor. It doesn't make George Weah right. Drugs. If Boakai doesn't fight drugs, we saw 100 million drugs. We saw people affected. It doesn't make George Weah right. Go down to corruption. Boakai constituted an audit of LTA. They brought a report to him. He can't take action. George Weah constituted an audit of Local. They brought a report to him. He refused to take action. Does it make him better? You argue here that, oh, you say Samora stole, Samuel Tuer stole. You come, why? You can prosecute them. When George Weah was in opposition, he said Ellen stole, her children stole, Amara Kone stole, Bianca Keseli stole. He came to power, he refused to prosecute them. If Boakai doesn't do it right, it doesn't make Weah better. It only means the same way Boakai failed is the same way George Weah failed. Therefore, Liberia needs a better leader.
Is that you talk of 6 billion?
At the end of the day,
6 million, you said nothing.
He spoke for 6 million. At the end of the day, I want to say to all of you, it's 6:06 p.m. here in America, Eastern Time. It's 11:06 p.m. in Liberia. We appreciate you joining us. Come back again tomorrow for the Bigger Spoon Talk. Our team will come back on Sunday with one-on-one with the CEO. It's only important. We're going to go to Liberia. Nelson, can you come on? From Liberia, we'll take 10 calls. From the Diaspora, we'll take 5. And then we'll end the show. I'm not saying anything. We just listen to you. Then we go. Everybody get the 40 minutes, 40 seconds to talk. Nelson, let's go directly in from Liberia. 10 calls. Nobody will say anything. Watch everything you say, just don't insult. We will take it and go home with it, and the Liberian people will decide. Nelson, 10 calls.
05551010075. We take our first caller here. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, you're live. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Comfort Weah calling from Liberia.
Okay.
I live on Mercy Street. I always listen to Archie go saying that middle party people lie, they came to power. But we left Liberia, we saw what happened here during the Weah administration. We saw what happened. So nobody lied to us. What we saw, what we voted against, Weah.
Okay.
They control for United Party and CDC. We break up here, we try another party.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello? Hello? This person. Hello? Hello, you are live.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
just take another person. The phone's ringing.
I'm serious.
Yeah, Steven, let's hear you.
Okay.
Sorry, Steven, your network is good. Hello?
How are you doing, Patrick? I'm calling from IGV.
Yeah, go ahead from IGV.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, Mohammed, and they apologize to us. Because if you say they not do it right, and you come in to do it better, then you do it CO2. The person justify anything, man. That put your will not come by. That is the authority. And we say the two parties have to go one fine or opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 05551010075 is the number to call, and you'll be live. We take this person. Hello. Okay, we'll come back to this line. Go ahead. You're live.
I'm able to from.
Let's hear you.
Okay, so I want to ask Comrade Mohammed, what is actually makes President Weah right now? Everything you say, just Weah did it, Joseph Boakai did it, so it's all okay for us. As a Liberian, we should live with that now. And bring in a new person that will do their own too, so we can live for it.
Liberia will never improve for you people.
Thank you. Thank you. This person, hello.
Hello, Nelson.
Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is N. Patrick Bellawon. I speak to you from Painesville this evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nelson, firstly, let me appreciate Mame for being on this show to defend those things that are happening in this country. Let me tell you something, Nelson. This woman, his first year, and compare with first year to this, we have first year, we had issue of gasoline struggle in this country. Students were walking to go to school, but we have not experienced such a thing. They asked me, those sit over there, he and I don't know who talking tabata. This country will get better. Nobody should come up with lie to us. We who on the ground, we see the reality, right? This owner is trying his best. Mr. We have first year, we have problems. The second year, we have problems in this country. Gasoline, rest. Since the kid, we have never had red shortage in Liberia. We have never had gasoline shortage. So nobody to come here want to tell us what we see here in Liberia.
Thank you.
When they take America, they should join themselves and leave Liberia issue.
Thank you. Let's go ahead.
Thank you very much. Caller number 5. Hello. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Fuad M. Sharif calling from Maserati.
Sharif, go ahead.
Mohammed should be justifying between the two parties. We are there wrong, but the party came with an agenda of rescue. So if they are not rescuing, there is no justification there. Let them admit that, yes, they didn't rescue us. They said we rescue. They said they were coming to discuss on current issue, but they didn't do anything like that. So on that issue, they shouldn't be justifying that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we voted them out, right? Because they came with an agenda, so we put them there. And yeah, the same thing. 1 year now, no result, no nothing, no development, no nothing. And then your mom is sitting while they're justifying what?
Let's go you there and take another person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
This is Steve I call from Magui County.
Go ahead.
You guys are talking about fighting corruption. When it comes to fight corruption, I think it's only one person about that. Then look at the asset recovery case that been over there for the past 1 year. What is Supreme Court waiting for? Just say and the LC they get feet of those court. So same day, how many questions the LC could not get court? To say today they report cash you get other report against the other people. We get next to go. How many of them they not take to court? The saving that what job we have put in there and keep them close to more. So they're not doing nothing, they just there to pay from the front people.
Thank you.
So you are not talking all I want.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Let's go ahead, Nelson. You got 2 more to go.
Yeah. You're live on the show. Let's hear you. This person? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. I'm calling from Grand Cape, Montana to be specific of Bulaconin District. And my name is Ben TK.
Yeah, Ben, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to remind Azedo and the rest of Ken Hassan. Ken Hassan is taking 50,000 every month for pay. And the money that Hassan put in the car to carry or around to distribute. Remember that and it's still opening. Thank you very much for my time.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Good evening, Nelson.
Go ahead. You're live, sir. Good evening.
This is the voice of Lahai Freeman, and I phoned this evening from Grand Cape County. We saw former President George Weah's first year administration. I think it was very much troublesome. But for the first year of this government, we need to commend President Buakai, because the saying that say when the Christmas will be good, you can know from the Eve. For the 1 year, I think he did extremely well, or he's doing well. And so we as Liberians, we must be courageous to make sure that we embrace the leader that is in power, so that this country will go. The issue of
I want to talk to that caller. Lahai. Hello.
Learn to be together and unite.
Lahai, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay.
Is this Lahai Freeman from Riggs?
Go ahead.
Is this Lahai Freeman from Riggs?
Are you Lahab Freeman from Riggs?
Yeah. Lahab Freeman from Riggs.
They're my classmate.
Stand down.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah,
get his number, Nelson. Get his number. That Mommy class. Maybe they can connect.
Lahab, maybe you want to read out your number.
You hang up. All right, so let's listen. We want to say thanks to all of you. I'm going to take 5 calls from here. Today is Acido West birthday. We're going to send our birthday greetings, and then we're going to close the show. Let me take 5 calls from overseas. Your name and where you joining us from?
Afternoon, good evening. My name is Kiawu Momo Ketama.
Go ahead, Kiawu Ketama. Are you the brother of Abdullah Ketama?
No.
Okay. Talk to us, my friend.
Yes,
Welcome.
but you ask the other people when they finish talking, they should remain. But why you allow Mohammed to go and you don't say anything?
My man, but can you talk? Can you my man, can you tell your own and leave her with your trouble, my man?
So the only thing I want to tell you, you should get prepared. We are going to petition you for you to run 2029 as our next thing. So get prepared. They are say ready. Continue to pray to God. Everything will be fine. We pray for you. You get good life, strong health, 2029. That's it. So I hope you pray about it, and we also pray to God about it. Thank you, CEO. You are a very good human being.
Thank you very much, my
friend. You got a very good heart. But allowing people who talk something bad about you, allowing them on the show to talk. Man, God will be with you, CEO. Thank you. Let God be with you.
Let God be with you too, my friend. Thank you for calling. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Hey, talk to us now.
There is my friend calling from Seattle, Washington.
My friend, what's up? Your take.
Yeah, okay. I've been following your show and just to contribute. Maybe Mom may not understand the two party, the two party. Uniparty, they are people who are professional. They call them the white collar criminals. Those guys, they can be stealing and they will not share money to anybody. The reason why CDC they go in the public because when they get the money, they'll be on the public sharing with your friends, building your houses. But the Uniparty guy trust me, those are such a minister data today. After their turn, they will still be renting. I know them good. If current people are work against any government, they still renting people's houses in ready to go back.
Yeah.
I know them. I work with them. I know those guys.
I can tell you. I want this on call.
Thank you very much. Let me take my third one right here.
Let me do one call, man.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
You're live. Go ahead.
Hey,
man, we're not hearing you.
You can hear it?
No, you mute yourself.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Hello, good evening to everybody. My name is Oga Tatos. I'm calling from Europe. So I just want to make 1 or 2 corrections to Mohammed. The first thing is, there was no 16 billion that got missing. Mohammed should not sit on that platform and lie that there was anything about 16 million that got missing. It was not also wrong for the government at the time to say they want to investigate the rumors that was like opposition said there was 16 billion George we have took money to the Jamaica resource. So it was also important for the government to also investigate so that they can restore public trust. That's the first thing. The second thing is, Mohammed sat on that platform and said that mobile SSR of 25 million. There was no 25 million mobile SSRs. The total money that was mobile was 17 million. It's in the report. He did not go to that report. He did not say that part. He tried to beat around the bush. The only money that was mapped over 26.
Oga Tatos.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the document that we posted up during the show? Did you see the letter from friend Musa Dane?
Yeah, I saw the letter by Musa Dane.
Musa Dane letter, it was not for the mop-up.
Wait, I say, but
why don't you let us to correct something?
I asked him away. You are asking my question.
I let him talk. Let him answer the question.
Go ahead.
I said you're not on this show. You
Go ahead. Hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So go ahead, Oga. I know Oga Tatos. He's one of the men that will make plan with everybody. But go ahead.
Yeah, and he calling my name and just making plan with me for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason.
I'll see you.
My man, you got record of making plan.
He can go online and be saying, "Come here and be doing something." So
the man just making plan with me, man.
See you. That establish a fact, right? If 16 million disappear from the economy will collapse.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
That was about almost $100 million to collapse the economy.
Yes. And we must understand that more than 90% of that money came on President Sirleaf.
So Oga Sato, you will join us next week and with your argument, yeah? We all of time. Next week, get ready. We'll be here next week Sunday by Thursday. We'll have you.
The best thing will be flower.
We want to say thanks to all of you that joined us today. Let's end the show. We way past 20 minutes into the time. We want to recognize our brother Isaac Doe Webb, my own sister Annie.
You may approve our picture.
That the man sent it to me. I hope I don't get in trouble. I said that you sent it to me. I said, when I hear you.
Let's say happy birthday. February 2 is always a great day, you know. Mother of two, very beautiful woman. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I know today is a great day, has always been.
But she resembled that other friend in Liberia. Is that the same woman?
I don't know about that. Maybe you can tell me.
Wait.
That might be a happy birthday.
No, I will put a picture of Isaac. Is that the same? Is that the same? That's the same woman?
Yeah, that's the same woman. Put the picture up. That's the same woman. Happy birthday. Oh man, you're drumming me. I know how to sing good. That's
happy birthday to Annie. Happy birthday to Annie. Happy birthday, Annie.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. You know, I met Annie. Annie, that's my beautiful sister. She's a nice woman, a very decent young lady. I want to say happy birthday on behalf of the entire team, the network. It's not because of Isaac, it's because I know you. And happy birthday again on this day. It's not because of everything that Isaac left behind. Isaac said he has repented. He here in America and he can try it. I want to say we love you, Annie. We wish you well. We wish you God's peace. And we wish you God's blessing and joy. And we hope God can give you hundreds and hundreds of years more to come. You're a wonderful person. You're a nice person. Enjoy your birthday. I heard that Isaac is taking you to a beautiful restaurant. Go spend all that money and have fun, enjoy, and be blessed. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Mr. Annie.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, Isaac.
I hope you don't ask no question again now. You already said good thing because you want to come out.
I said good thing. I will just call Annie and get the rest of the story. Happy birthday, though. But guys, it was a wonderful show. Nelson, come, let's end the show. Wait, man. You don't go here. We got to tell our brother Clay too. Clay too, come on. He's the last. I beg you. They got to call every day. If I don't take it, that Kev Hassan friend, he will get real with me. Clay too, what's up? Playboy, sorry, man, I know how to pronounce your name. That Taiwan says Gonglo Council of Taiwan brother, Playboy. No. But yeah, go ahead.
My name is Kelebo Gonglo.
Kelebo, thank you. Bah, forget that thing. I'm here on a point here. What's up?
Janina in dictionary.
I got towards the end of your show.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what Mama said to you guys. I can listen to one or two callers, but here is what I will say. Whatever the argument Mohammed made tonight, I want to describe the Unity Party and the CDC in this way. During the election, I made an argument that the CDC and the Unity Party were one side of the same coin. The master corruption, the master poverty, the master poor health, poor education, everything. So these two parties, they have no new ideas to offer the country.
that remains my argument. I don't know if Mama said anything to the contrary.
So Clive, we'll have you on. You know what? Join us next week. We will. I asked you to ask Kev Hassan. Kev said we shouldn't bring you on. I can't. I mean,
okay. Kev told you that. That's good.
I mean, I'm saying it lively. Everybody listen. Kev said we shouldn't bring you on. Ask Kev.
I didn't know he's a CEO of Spooner.
All right, welcome. We'll see you next week, brother.
No. So you get our authority to Kev now to decide who can speak, who can speak.
Only on the one-on-one. Kev get full authority on the one-on-one.
Okay. All right. I thought it would be Mohammed, not Mohammed. I can't. Okay. No problem.
All right, we'll see you next week. We'll see you on my God's grace. Thanks for calling. Right. Yes, sir. So, guys, that's the end of the show. We want to appreciate every one of you. Nelson, come on. We want to say thank you, Mohammed. As always, we'll see you next week. Gamade Clinton, thank you. Asido, enjoy the birthday of our beautiful sister. Thank you for coming. Kev Hassan, as always. Lofa won the game. Lofa is a country mid champion. Bravo to Lofa. And we want to say God bless and may God save our state. Thank you, folks. Yeah. All right. I want to say thanks to everybody that joined us today. Nelson. That girl from Australia, she left because you volunteered to come up today is surprising. I did not want to bring it on with the guys, though. For you to volunteer to do the show today, I was shocked, right? So I believe that she went back to Australia because, I mean,
yeah, I'm always volunteering to do this show.
No. This was extra on a Sunday. You volunteer to do this show on the Sunday. It means that, I mean, maybe, but she stayed in the country or she left?
CEO, that entire Australian story there, you know, it's a story now.
I didn't ask you just yes or no. She left, right?
No, I don't know, CEO.
So you don't know anybody from Australia?
No comment. My friend, they say I'm a
single. Right? So now you are going with the old man who said,
no comment. My family say I shouldn't say anything. No comment.
So your family say you don't say anything, all right? No comment. And our old man Pierre, what's the name again?
Yeah. The old man say the family say she won't say anything. No comment.
So that the old man line you going with. Let me play again.
No comment. My family say I shouldn't say anything. No comment.
The old man with you. So have a good night, man. It was a great show. Thanks to all of you. We love you, but remember, God loves you the best. A good game today. The county meet, Lofa won, bravo to Lofa. We want to say we are grateful. It was a good game. Thank God it brought unity. It brought peace. You know, harmony. Everybody celebrating. Don't forget, one Liberia. It's all we have. We should always think Liberia. We should always love Liberia. And together, whether opposition or imposition, we should come together to build a beautiful Liberia. That's all we want. Whether it will be electricity, good schools, you know, school that come with library, school that come with a lab system that you can do different testing, good healthcare system that when you go to the hospital, man, they just give you a slip. You go downstairs and you go to the pharmacy and you get medication. Come on. Good roads that you can leave from Grand Jita to Monrovia in 3 hours. That's what we're talking about. We have the natural resources. We can get it done. We have it, my friend. We got gold, we got diamond, we got magnesium, we got opal, we got uranium, we got the black stone, we got everything. Our country is blessed. Look at Western Cluster, look at Silamita, look at B Mountain, look at all these places. Who said that we can, listen, what we're getting on the Western Cluster can build Grand Cape Man, can build Bomi County and Buffalo, build better than New York. We can have trains, we can have buses, we can have air feed, spring, everything with our natural resources. Beautiful beaches, Look at Neymar. I see that Mita just taking everything. That place can be another California, another Las Vegas. Will be skyscraper buildings and beautiful roads. Hospitals. People don't need to come to Monrovia. No. State of the art. Training center. Advanced medical system in the country. That people will leave from other countries to go and learn and practice. The resources we have, my friend. Look at Bokulon Jada Insano, people taking diamond and then gold, shipping them. You think how Sano should be looking? Guys, let's think Liberia. But first, we gotta love Liberia. We gotta love our country. No matter where you go in this world, my friend, you want to go back home. You get old, you want to go and retire home. What do you think Uncle Sam will go all over and still go back home? You want to swallow your dumbo, organic food. You want to eat a real good pan butter with kiss meat, with your dry bone in it. Hey man, you want to walk and sit under your plum tree, Nelson, and let the plum that fall down, and you take your fresh mango plum, German plum, you wash it, you eat it. Not the one that people then force you to get wrapped yet. No. That's the Liberia we're talking about. We need a leader that will love Liberia. He will not love himself. He will not love his family and give them everything and his friend. But we need to love Liberia. That's what we're asking for. And that's the reason why we're here every day begging you. Love Liberia. Think about Liberia. Let's build a new Liberia. If you have anybody in the country trying to just be so corrupt, we got to expose them. If you're working in any ministry, in any entity, we got to expose them. We got to fight this fight together. You talk about logging, you talk about iron ore, you talk about mining, you talk about gold, you talk about diamond, you talk about everything. Then why are our people poor? Why are they begging? The people cry, oh, UC said they will not get nothing. Do we need UC? How much UC bringing too much in the country that we can get by ourselves, afford ourselves? Donald Trump will start to UC, yeah, because we tend to be beggars. Go in the book and see how much that all these agreements, the Asalamita, the B Mountain, the Western Cluster, how much goes and diamond to take all of the country. Go and see. Go and see. Go. Ask for the record. Do you really think you need IMF to give $40 million and you're happy? 60 million European year and you're happy? You know how many millions of dollars these guys getting out of the country? Do you know? Why are we a beggar? Because we got stupid leaders. Because we have wicked leaders. Because we got people that are greedy. They don't care about the country. That's why we are beggars. People should be begging us. Other countries should come and beg to borrow. Other countries should come and beg to be like us. But we are begging. May God save our state. May God bless our country. May God give us leaders that will love the country and love the people. Nelson, thank you for producing today. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good night, folks. God will take us through. God will never forsake us. He will never leave us alone. It's just but time. He will deliver our country, and our country will be the place that we all will come and say, sweet Liberia once again. Have a good night, man.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, we want to appreciate you for being here with us tonight. It's been another great edition of the program Spoon Talk. Thanks to all of you who share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks to the many of you listening to us across the country via radio on the different frequencies on the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. Some of you joining us on Fabric Radio 101.1. And also thanks to our partner radio stations that are always relaying the program: Trust FM in Bomi County, Premier FM in Bonk, Trend Radio in Green Crew, Radio Yalaman in Seclipie, Nimba County, and a host of other radio stations across the country that are always relaying the show. Thanks to our online audience as well. Many of you joining us via Facebook, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV. We appreciate you. To our many followers on YouTube, Spoon Talk Live. Thanks to all of you for joining us from there. Joshua Turner, thanks for joining us, Mr. Turner. It's good to see you here. Thanks a whole lot for following this edition of the program. I see Bernard Davis. Thanks for coming on as well. Emilia Bursey, Ma Son, Sita Herman, and thanks for joining us. I see David Wola Core, Edwin and Clark. Thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Zai Molu, Judith Sano, thanks for coming on tonight. We appreciate you. Bill Carson, Mr. Carson, thanks for joining us tonight. Gladys Kimber, we appreciate you for your contribution on the show tonight as well. My own senior brother, J. Taza Rabbit, Mr. Rabbit, thanks for joining us. Sterling O. Harris, my dear media colleague, thanks for joining us tonight, brother. We appreciate you. Gabriel Williams, Alaji Umar Kane, thanks for coming on as well. To all of you joining us across the world, we appreciate you. The invitation is yours to join us tomorrow for another edition of the program. Tomorrow is going to be Spoon Talk. Spoon Talk returns tomorrow. But one-on-one with the CEO will be here on Sunday. That's next week. You can make up time to join us. Until then, I'm Nelson Collen. Have a good night and bye-bye for now.
Spoon going to tell you what is happening in Liberia.